lean forward even the littlest bit, I just start
Creeping!
Oh no!
Do you want me to move the camera over?
Nah.
It's hugging you quite tenderly right now.
I'll have to do my best not to get involved, not to get excited. to just temper everything.
You could roll the computer monitor closer to him.
Oh,
so that
that's
he doesn't
true
have
too,
to
actually.
lean.
That's
Can you? Or is it?
Please be careful. Oh my gosh, dude.
Smash.
nah, it shows wires and shit on the ground.
Yeah. Okay, I see
we're
exactly.
totally wireless here at the studio. Hi, everybody.
Hashtag wires and shit.
Wires and shit.
I hope everybody's doing well. We are happy to be back after a 2-week hiatus.
Well,
I'm paranoid.
it's
Are we
doing-
live?
Yeah, hang on.
Can people see us? Can they hear us?
Hey!
Oh, good.
nobody
like
actually
me.
wants to.
Everyone's like, oh, they're talking? Great. Just click out. 'Cause
And mute.
I'm here for the music,
and
John.
Minecraft.
I've always
Yeah.
I've always been here for the music.
Yeah, we're live.
That's good.
They're just not talkative.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I mean, it is Labor Day weekend, right?
Yes.
That's gonna.
Labor.
People are laboring.
Yep. Working hard. Working up a sweat. Perhaps playing some ultimate frisbee.
No one died Neon Deflector.
Well
On your first
done.
Twitch stream, congratulations.
We're food baby. Ooh. Connotations that. Ooh.
Sorry, that is really.
We've all
gross.
seen Mother.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Babies aren't food.
Babies are sometimes food.
Babies
Cookie Monster says.
Seaside Sanitary.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Imaginary.
Seaside Sanitary.
Yeah, guys, we're back. We're happy to be back after 2 weeks. Have we all had a vacay?
Yeah.
We have.
The only vacation we're allowed.
Yeah, just you get
get
2
one.
per year. Oh. Yep, sometimes the holidays we take a break too.
Not really a
gives me 10
vacation,
days
though.
vacation.
That's an obligation.
It's so true.
Per year.
Hey,
Kung Fu
Kung
Fenders,
Fu,
thank
Kung
Thank you for
Fu,
all the
Kung
resubs,
Fu.
folks.
It's actually crazy. Thank you guys so much. Your support means the world to us, and it always has.
Kung Fu, I'm so honored to be sharing a time zone with you
Mentally.
at present, mentally and spiritually. My body and brain are very much like, what are you doing? It's just confused. General confusion.
Beyond Deflector
General
was
confusion.
playing chess, and that reminds me of, I think it was a CD-ROM version of chess from the mid-90s, which was like animated chess. It was very exciting.
Are you talking
as a
about
child.
Battle Chess?
Yes, I am talking about Battle Chess.
That is so not CD-ROM.
What?
Oh, Battle
Wasn't it?
Chess was old school.
Like super old school.
Yeah. I mean, there were several
It was
versions. There might have
animated,
been
though,
one
right?
on
Okay.
CD-ROM, but yeah, Battle Chess was super fucking old school.
It was awesome. I
Was Battle Chess your jam, John?
No.
No.
Battle Chess was a game. It was essentially chess, except that the pieces were animated. So, like, if you captured a pawn, they would just straight up,
shank a dude.
shank a dude. I seem to recall that, like, the bishop could just straight up open a hole under pieces, and then they just fell through.
Now that's starting to sound familiar. I think I played Battle Chess
Yeah.
too.
So what's funny to me is like, look, I'm not part of any church that has a bishop, but like, I don't think they tend to come with those kind of magic powers.
No, they
where you
don't
can like open holes in
have
the
God's wrath. They can't just be like, God's wrath.
You're dead.
Well, there were some cool ones where, like, if a pawn captured a queen, like, it was, like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember that they had animations for every piece capturing every other piece, which was super cool. And yeah, it was on floppies.
Yeah. Nice.
Damn.
Kung Fu Fenders, who wouldn't have expected you to... First of all, I don't think it's a short drive. Having taken the train through part of Italy, it's not... Like, Europe's...
It's a short
Certainly
drive.
smaller than Canada.
Yes, sure, yes, that's... I mean, I don't know how much that's saying, frankly.
But it's also good that you didn't show up on our doorstep with bottles of mead because
Yeah.
we couldn't have fit them in our suitcase.
That is true, too.
Then we would have just drunk them, I guess. So maybe
Oh,
that
what a
would have been fun.
How,
know.
How hard for you.
Went to
Whatever
vineyards, to 2 vineyards on the second last day of the Italy trip. Bought 3 bottles of wine. And then Scott and I were like, oh, we can't fit these in our suitcases. Guess we have to drink 2 of them and only take 1 back. Oh.
Shucks.
The burdens we bear.
It's true.
Yeah.
I love your nails.
Thank you.
But we are back.
Yes, we're here.
You know you know who's not? Either She Who Knows 10,000 Things or Entropy's Disciple. Neither of them are here. So
disappointing.
when
but
the
understood.
mods are away, the chat will play,
Yes.
as I understand.
All you guys, get up in there.
Get on up. Get on up.
Yeah, we are modless today.
Yeah.
Of course, as we all know, I'm rather handy with the band stick.
Yeah, please try not to anger John, because he will hover over your name.
In fact,
and who knows
just
what'll
don't do anything or you're at risk.
happen. Wait, is this an unmodded game again? We know what happened last time. What was the last time that we were without mods? Wasn't that
Nipples!
Nibbles? Whoa!
Ban!
Yeah. Banned for language. Weirdness, remind me which episode that was?
How does the
Was that
innuendo
the
game
music?
differ from our usual games?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what
If
was
you know
the
what I
thing?
mean.
John, what was the thing you said last time that like actually killed me? Oh.
It was sensing one's taint.
Taint.
No, it was something else too. It was something else.
Oh no, Zister dropped a coming on my ass or something to that effect, and we were
was.
like, oh god.
It was
was very
perfection. I love it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
We called it early because we couldn't stop laughing at
Yeah.
things. It was so
La
silly.
musica.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, that's not going to happen this time, is
No,
it?
we're
Why
focused and we're
not?
serious today.
Well, I mean, we're focused and we're serious today because it's very possible that we might lose one of your number.
Wow. Oh, true. Oh.
Hey.
Guess who's in danger this time?
No. Guess who's in danger this time and was just like, I could tell other people, but I don't feel
I
like
told
it.
one other person.
You have learned so well from me.
Y'all were doing things I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't want to interrupt your
Dealing with
storyline.
some like personal trauma. What are you getting your popcorn?
I'm being cereal.
Yeah. Oh God! Get your cereal out of here. What is it? Is it corn pops or is it?
That-
Ah!
Life.
It's Fruit Loop. Oh, Life cereal. Nice.
I had the opportunity to eat Lucky Charms while I was on vacation and did not take it.
They even have a single mark.
I guess I'm truly an adult now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good for you.
No, that's
They
true.
are much sweeter than you remember.
Yeah, like back in the day, Lucky Charms, fucking great. Now, I don't think I'd be able to handle it. I just don't.
Oh goodness. Well,
Did I go to Ireland? No. I went to a lake in Ontario.
But not Lake Ontario.
but not Lake Ontario,
No.
which are very
In the
large.
middle of Lake Ontario.
Those
A
are
lake inside of
those
a
Great
lake.
Lakes are very large.
They're great
Yes, indeed.
for a reason.
That is true too.
Cocoa Pops are just disappointing.
Cuckoo for
Cocoa Pops? Yeah.
Well, today's the day, folks. Today's the day that you
Also
don't
chocolate.
actually have to care.
about. Oh,
Did you spend your experience? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1, go.
I did anyway. Gwen, watch that.
Nerd.
Yeah, you're a nerd.
Nerd.
You want your character to grow and develop.
That means he gets to be unfavored child for the next few weeks while he doesn't spend it.
Oh no, it's true.
Proxy Gwen.
Oh, she's gonna be so mad at me. in the
I'm
weeks
saving
to
up for
come.
when she's present.
Definitely why I saved, only because I had 3.
What are you buying?
I am purchasing.
A clue how to parent?
I don't think you can buy that, John. I think you either develop it over the first 14 years of your life, or you just don't have it. Also, amazing. You know what? No, call it here, guys. That was super good.
Mic drop.
He's doing it.
Here's
So annoying.
Oh god, it's so loud. Oh my god.
and now our scheduled backup happens.
Oh, God, what's
there we
happening?
go.
Oh
Our bot has been successfully backed
we're
up.
good.
Hooray.
Oh, thank God.
It was so constipated. No,
I
it's
thought, I thought our bot was like, absolutely not. You're not playing that song again. Like, I'm disconnected.
Error.
You're out.
Crash.
I'm buying the.
Jesus Christ.
That's even louder. Sorry, everyone's ears.
It's slightly turned down for them.
I
Turned down
bought the
for
first
what?
level of Winter, the art.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Winter is
cold, unfeelingness, and fear. All things that Braum is quite familiar with. So yeah.
Yeah, but making other people feel that way?
He's a troll from the northern reaches.
He's so noble and kind.
Look, I was looking at the arts that I did not have, and this one fit the best. I think in this
We'll see
moment.
about that. We'll see about that. Will she about that?
There we go.
Oh, point.
Point.
More point.
Point.
Well,
That's the game today, folks. Thanks for tuning
thanks
in.
for tuning in.
Everyone. Crap, I haven't done my rolls. Who's rolling?
Snowballs and cocoa.
That is Braum.
Oh,
Makes you feel quite
the
awful.
weather outside is Bromful. My dad
Makes me feel
left.
real awful.
It's pretty awful.
Weirdness gets it when you're so traumatized by your exes that you become an uncaring husk of who you used to be.
And while he had to go, there's no God.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah, let him go.
Whoa!
Somebody wants.
Can I ask, just in the chat before we jump in here really quick, does anyone have any,
Tips on how to be a parent?
I will take those in the chat if you have them, but also, what do people do with their Sunday evening or whatever time of the day or night it is for you where you are, when we weren't here? It's.
Oh.
No, I mean, I
have
don't mean
lives
like.
Don't
outside
make
of
them
the
start
house?
thinking about all the wonderful things that they do when we're not
No,
around.
no, I'm
They'll never tune in again.
That's true. Yeah, please don't.
I hope they just sat at home and thought about us.
Yeah, I spent 3 hours about doing it.
Just sighing.
Football?
All right, trade up.
Oh,
See, that's a good
nice.
one. That's a good one.
Well, preseason games of football. And the Minnesota Vikings shitting the bed.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Are you sure
That
that we're
makes
talking
two of us.
about actual football?
I'm also a Viking who shits
And
the
can
bed,
shit the
so to
bed out.
speak. Yeah, exactly.
Are you going to be that person? Don't be that person.
American football versus.
It's not real football. It's American football.
To be fair, they don't use their feet as much as.
Yay, boo.
Hey, Book! That's a horrible entrance, but we're happy to have you here.
Those Kansas fluids leaving the body.
Pukajutsu, my favorite Akashic Brotherhood Puka Glasswalker Ragabash Toreador.
Whoa.
Probably me.
Nice.
All
Those are a lot of
He asked on Twitter what
that's right.
what his things were, and I
That's
answered.
right.
I never stopped.
I like those.
I had me as a pet.
I don't know my werewolf well enough, unfortunately.
Damn, Kung Fu, damn.
Trade on actual Vikings.
So very similar to a Changeling game. Sex.
What?
Or
I'm
should
high
I
fiving
say-
everyone I have sex with
sex?
on Sundays, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah, all you
Sorry,
need is
it's true.
all you need is food.
Oh, I have a good amount of 6D actually.
Pukajutsu, take a look at it. I think that's where you would be.
That was my question. Oh fuck.
Did you know that all the synopses are available on RPGclinic.com? They are.
Thanks to this guy.
About 45 seconds before we air the next episode, but they're up.
Oh fuck! Shit! I forgot. Fuck.
No, usually like at least 2 hours because
Yeah.
after that we're here. So
that's true.
that gives you enough time to read them.
Yeah, get in there, guys. Wowzers, Neon, it's scary. Last week, Wheel of Fortune, the Motley's luck changes.
Ooh,
is what I went with.
I like it.
As my synopsis here. I can start because I think I had the sort of the least. I'm not gonna say the least dramatic, but whatever. Braum stayed after the chrysalis of his 2 sons. Braum stayed with them to bring them to school the next day. whilst he was staying over at his ex-wife's house, his ex-lover's new incarnation, Lauren, came to have a cold shower. Literally.
And you know what that means.
Yeah, I sure do. Lauren is leaving to go get sane, or to have her saning.
Bye, Weirkin.
See ya. Oh, sorry, yeah. So, okay, Weirkin, goodbye, sorry. Sorry to start the synopsis so fast.
That's all right.
Lauren wanted to be with Braum one last time, so to speak, and he let her down gently, and she went off into the night. Going back to bring Claire home, she wants to remain enchanted. Braum won't have it. She then said, "Okay, fine, then you're never going to see your sons again." Braum agreed to this.
Braum was like,
I mean, I barely see him now, so no. Braum was just devastated, but understanding. But then Kyoko jumped in, saved the day, and intimidated the shit out of Claire, is what I wrote as a note. She didn't want to have to do something she'd regret, but just sort of advised Claire to, reconsider, to make her view of Braum more like her dreams of him. And that's where they left that. That's me.
Patches received a phone call from her father, Malcolm, who he was flying in. So last session he flew in, she picked him up at the airport. He was going on and on about this probability enhancement engine. And so he wanted to go to some form of makerspace to work on it, so she did. And they picked up some poutine on the way. And he was going on and on about the fact that she wasn't awake because she was more focused on the fact that it might have side effects than the fact that he was, changing his luck for the better and having incredible luck. And after a while of him explaining about how it manipulates monads and yet again being disappointed that she wasn't awake, she decided to enchant him, to wake him up.
Wake him up inside.
Yes.
Call my name and save me from the
and it was
dark.
revealed that he is a mage, that mages exert their will upon the world, and that allows them to shape things, do things. And he has apparently been a mage since shortly after she and her mom left England.
Nice. Sophia?
Wake
It didn't
me
really
up.
do much.
Yeah. According to her motley mates, it sounds about right.
Yep, so Sophia returned to see the vampire Ventru named Veritas,
Great
who
name.
was very verklempt.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
That's a lot of points for
Virile.
categories.
And Veritas wants Sophia to help him assassinate the Prince Jarek, Prince of the Kindred.
Was that name thrown in there?
Yes.
Sorry,
and I know because I immediately thought of Jorik.
Yeah.
Jarek.
I didn't write that down.
Jarek.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
So that's what they're on their way to do. Veritas wants to stage a coup and wants to be in charge. So he's like, yo, you help me kill this prince, and then you will have someone who is sympathetic to your cause at the top.
You guys did kind of agree on something though, right? That he'd stay out, vampires would stay out of your business, you'd stay out of the vampires' business. Changeling blood could still be freely given, but not coerced.
Yep.
And then you were like, hey, are you in charge of all of these guys? And he was like, haha, not yet, sucker. Or whatever.
I also told him that the ones who fucked up Heart's Light, the werewolves are after them, and I'm doing nothing to save them because...
The others that we don't know what they are yet.
Yeah,
Right.
so we're in a limo. I'm wearing a beautiful sequined gown.
Provided for you.
White sequined gown, which is really fucked. It's perfectly tailored. Gross.
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 Super fucking gross.
And my last notes are, gonna poison a prince, boy! So, thanks, Past Liz.
Great.
Yeah.
My life has gotten so much better since Pukajuzu suggested this track.
Great trap.
Please.
Yeah, I
It's such a
mean,
good game
basically,
too.
you're right. It was liquid fire blood.
Boink,
I mean,
boink,
poison
boink,
is such
boink,
a
Liquid fire blood.
yeah,
No, just drop that casually like it's a normal thing.
Super cash.
super cash.
boink,
Wait, why liquid?
boink, boink,
Napalm blood.
boink, boink, boinkity doinkity doink.
Oh, Sophia did tell Incisor, so Incisor following along.
Oh right, you had that
Along with
like,
someone
watch
else.
magic.
Somebody else is following them, and we don't know.
True. And Incisor has instructions to call the werewolves if things go south.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no drink counter today, folks.
Okay.
Okay.
It's disappointing.
Maybe I'll come up with one. Sure.
Oh,
It's every time one of us does something foolish.
9,000.
yeah, put 100 on right away.
All right. Got to be a mod to manipulate the drink counter.
Paradoxally.
Paradocious, dude.
So that's drink plus, right?
Yeah. I think you have to do an exclamation mark at the beginning. Yeah. There you go.
All right. The very first time that I attended a vampire conclave, I was 17 years old. This was the first time that I would attend a vampire live action role playing game, and it was a big deal session. I was asked if I could come in to play an NPC. I was to play a follower of Set. I was told that this would be a way for people to interact, but I wanted to impress these people. I wanted to play in this game, not just be an NPC, so I decided to go all out. The followers of Set, as I read in the book, often dyed their hair red. I had never dyed my hair before. I didn't want to keep my hair red, so I asked a friend of mine who said, all you need to do is buy some semi-permanent hair dye and
I thought you were going to say Kool-Aid.
and it will wash out.
No.
I bought Manic Panic,
Oh my god.
which I applied in the top floor of the Dawson building
Oh, yeah, here you go.
in a bathroom
Oh, boy.
and didn't actually rinse it out because I forgot.
Oh my god, why?
By the time I showed up to the Vampire Conclave, which was held outdoors, it was dark outside, and the lighting was sufficient, but the lighting all came from below, so no one could see my hair had changed color. And when I got home, I washed my hair again and again
Oh my god.
and again. And I managed to make it not look nearly as red, but instead, because it had mixed with my blonde hair, I had hair that looked like somebody who wasn't drinking quite enough water's urine.
Oh.
It did not look good. It was kind of orangey yellow.
Yeah. Oh.
And it stayed that way for weeks, if not a month. Because, of course, semi-permanent hair dye still can stain, and my hair, when it grows, is light-colored, and so therefore, I look like an idiot. That was my experience attending my first Vampire Conclave. But I didn't know what I was getting into. funnily enough, I knew what I was getting into on the vampire side of things. I didn't know what I was getting into on the fashion side of things. So I wonder for you who plays a character who is very knowledgeable about the fashion side of things,
Yes.
but perhaps less knowledgeable about the vampire side of things, how that will go for you.
I haven't dyed my hair. There is that.
You
Sophia
have
hasn't dyed her
actually.
hair.
Okay,
I've dyed my hair.
I was gonna say, in fact, quite literally, I think you actually have dyed your hair since we last saw you.
Yeah, although I don't dye my own hair anymore.
Right.
I'm past that phase.
You pay professionals to do it well.
I do.
Beautifully.
Of course, the only other thing that I would mention is that when I went to one, my friends knew where I was going.
It's a dumb idea.
It's so
I
good.
acknowledge
I'm so
this.
excited.
It's stupid. Don't do what I do, peeps.
You're the. I can't remember the name anyway. Whoa! Hey, l'entre. Woo! It
Yeah.
sure has. It's been crazy. Don't let anyone tell you can't, Liz. Sophia's the regent.
Yeah.
Was you got this?
Yeah. Regent, Baroness, all things.
The limousine is incredibly comfortable, but I wouldn't necessarily trust the red wine that is
Oh.
set on ice.
I'm not drinking anything.
No thanks. No, I'm full.
I'm good.
Veritas, sitting across from you, almost looks even more skeletal than he did while sitting in a room which was well lit. Here, as just the passing headlights of other cars briefly illuminate the interior of the tinted windows of this limo, he looks gaunt, as if he's been at this for a very long time. His eyes don't waver, but it's hard to call it a stare, as if he's constantly checking, shifting, making sure that he takes in every small bit of you that he can.
Sophia's mostly looking out the window and continuing to do that motion when she was practicing back at the spark, practicing turning her blood into fire. So she's continuing to do that. So how will this work? What should I be expecting when we go in there?
You know that when you're doing that, you look like a drug addict. Just, you may want to be careful doing that in front of others when you arrive.
I know how to behave at parties.
Enlighten me.
Well, I've never been to one of these parties before, but I'm a quick learner.
You're being brought in as a gift.
So what do I do? What if somebody else speaks to me? Can I talk to other people there?
You're going to be introduced as one of my thralls. You will, of course, be offered to Jarek. He's aware that he has some specific tastes when it comes to the blood, something that you can take advantage of. But otherwise, as long as you do not speak out of turn, you should be all right. Remember that you hold no status. And so it'll be up to others to introduce you to the conversation. But I'm sure you'll be charming. The Toreador will fall all over themselves for you, I'm sure.
Who are they?
Others of my kind. They're obsessed with beauty.
Do they like music?
Anything that they choose to call beauty. There's a very good chance that you might turn some heads. It'd be amusing.
And you mentioned that you wanted me to assist with disposing of this Prince Jarek.
I can hardly speak for the kindred of Montreal if I'm not in that position.
Who will be helping me?
You're afraid you can't do it alone?
You said help. I'm not a fool. I've stood against one of your kind before.
Yes, but he doesn't live to speak of it, does he?
No, but I had help.
You're going to be alone in the room with him. He doesn't feed unless there's no one else present. There will be people outside the door. I'll see to that. His retinue has grown tired of him as well, so I've made a little bit of a deal with them. They'll look the other way, and they will find new employment.
How many of you made known about this plan of yours? How can you be assured that you have support?
How long do you think that I've been doing this? How old do you think I am?
Very old. Centuries?
Do you think that I would do this, that I would risk everything if I didn't think that it was going to work out?
Maybe you're bored.
Bored. But I don't have a death wish.
Oh, you're already dead.
I wouldn't bring that up in kind conversation.
Like I said, we're not at the party yet.
I am assured. The main thing that I need is surprise, and I need him to be off his balance. And the only way for me to be able to do that is to let him do that while he's engaged in the one thing that he still manages to enjoy. Jarek has very peculiar needs when it comes to drink. But what he doesn't know is just how peculiar you are. That's what I'm gambling on. You'll be able to hit him when he's weakest, and that's when the rest of us can come in and finish the job.
And then I will be free to go. And we will speak again.
You're not my type, so you'll be safe from me. I see no reason to hold you against your will. We have a deal.
But
You're not the sort of person to back out on deals, are you, Sophia?
I've made some pretty big deals in the past month or so.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like what?
It's my business. You have your own, as do I. We agreed we wouldn't bother each other.
Who else knows you're here?
Enough people.
Who else knows where you're headed?
Enough people.
Well, see, that is something that I have to be very careful about. There's no violence allowed at these events.
She does actually laugh.
That's pretty funny.
We're on our way to commit an assassination.
Mm-hmm. You're very correct.
Right. Right. No violence. Just casual regicide before the hors d'oeuvres.
Regicide occurs outside of Elysium. Inside Elysium, no violence will be tolerated. And I mean none. From anyone. Those you know, those I know. It means that once you're able to get back, you will be safe. But if anybody, and I mean anybody, violates that peace agreement that we have here in Elysium, everything's off. Any deal that I have with you is immediately gone. Probably because we'll both be killed.
They know to only interfere if things have gone sour for me.
Well, then let's hope that things don't go too sour for you.
Right.
Have you ever experienced the kiss?
No.
It's euphoric, I'm told. It's a feeling that you can get addicted to if you are of that inclination. You should figure out that for yourself.
I guess I'm about to, aren't I?
I'd offer to show you, but again, you're not my type.
I'll try to get over that.
I wouldn't be insulted.
I'm not.
It's a peculiarity of my clan that we have certain restrictions when we feed. Otherwise, it just doesn't do anything for us.
What are your restrictions?
Not you. That's about as much as I'm willing to go by this time.
Do you think we could actually move the camera a tiny bit? I am noticing.
Yeah.
I want John to be free to move.
Thank you.
Move free lay.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. Earthquake incoming.
Guys, enjoy what you're about to see. The look behind the curtain. Well, it's not really behind the curtain, I guess. But
Well, Launcelot Geek. Sophia's not very good at being polite to vampires yet, I don't think.
Is that good?
yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
John, do you want to gesture a bit?
it's pretty
John, act.
centered.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Kate. Yeah, we got no curtains. We got a quote for blinds. They were as fancy.
Okay, you guys write first. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we were.
Star Trek shake.
Yep.
What?
The Star Trek shake. Do the
Thanks,
Star
Kate.
Trek shake.
Oh, dice.
Guess what I
Oh,
forgot?
I also forgot. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I blocked John. He disappeared. Okay. You could have my reject dice.
Well, I got
Back.
all mine now, yeah.
Your father takes you
Thank you.
to the Burgundy Lion,
Hey. Sorry.
a pub that is unabashedly British.
Yes. Quite.
And it's quite dark. Dark enough that people focus more on their own conversations than others. And over Yorkshire pudding, which I do know they serve there occasionally. We're probably breaking all sorts of rules, aren't we? Just by speaking to each other about these sorts of things.
Yes, well,
Secrecy's sort of the name of these, aren't they?
it's for self-protection. To keep outsiders from who don't understand from crusading.
I wish to say that I'm proud, but I don't believe that it's really pride. I'm more glad. I'm glad.
That I'm awake in some form.
You're giving me information that I never knew that I needed to consider. And yet, now not only do I know that there's an entirely different layer to this entire world, but that you're a part of it through no influence of my own.
Yes.
And no one else knows. Mummy,
My mum does not.
why haven't you told her?
As I said, I can do what I've done temporarily, but the memories will fade. So why, for one day, enjoy her knowing, only for her to forget?
Why do we do anything? Is it simply for the memories, or is it also for the moment?
I don't know how she'd take it. You at least were going on about being awake and had created something impossible.
I've not created something impossible.
Seemingly impossible to a normal person. So I figured it was worth the gamble.
I've been a bit of a shit.
Power clouds the mind.
It's not about power. Truth be told, I didn't build this for me.
Who did you build it for?
I built it for you. You told me once, just before you entered the service here, that you weren't afraid of what was to come. And I was constantly afraid. I've no experience being in the military.
Canadian reserves aren't exactly dangerous duty. Sure, we go and help with all kinds of disaster relief.
Patricia,
Far north, icebergs and all that.
have you never experienced danger?
Plenty. But it was all after the service.
Yeah, he doesn't believe you. You need to roll your charisma subterfuge.
Ooh, good thing I can stutter that for
You got some
real good.
Soda. So flashback to being under fire on your training.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's how that was.
charisma? Damn. Okay, 3 successes.
Must we keep these secrets still?
Fine, if you want to get extremely literal. Not since I became what I am. That's when it began. That's what this life is. I could find a workshop and hide. But that wouldn't be right.
So then why couldn't we make sure that the world had you sitting just a little bit prettier than everyone else?
Because I don't know what the cost is.
Cost?
I'm not interested in
It sips electricity.
I'm not interested in my luck if it turns out that you end up with terrible luck. That some stranger ends up with terrible luck.
Someone's always going to have terrible luck.
I don't want to add more to the world just for my own benefit. I prefer to make my own luck. Stack my own deck.
The APEE does not take luck from others.
Are you sure?
Fine. For every red light, there's a green light.
Yes.
I understand. But the inconvenience of someone catching a red is not exactly terrible, is it? Now, on the other hand, if a building were to collapse and a brick misses you and smashes into the pavement instead, well, then no one else is harmed. But it saved your life, didn't it? Sir? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for the wait. Your dessert isn't available. So we've decided to, if you don't mind, we're going to give you a different dessert, but both desserts for you will be compensated, and another pint for each of you for your trouble.
Wow. Pretty generous.
How lucky.
That'd be fine. I wasn't certain if I wanted that or the... A spotted dick is kind of an acquired taste anyway.
Day achieved.
Thing is, once the waiter has gone away, I could simply slip to a different location instead of being under the bricks. I could fly away from them. I could walk
You
through
can
a
fly?
doorway. I could walk through a doorway and be on the other side of the building.
But you'd
Can
have
I
to know
not?
the brick was headed to your head.
Yes.
Sir, I'm sorry. It turns out we do actually have the spotted dick available, but it's still on the house. Just wanted to let you know that you can have what you ordered originally. Thanks. Sorry.
This guy's first day. Amazing.
Is it so important to always get what you want?
It's not that simple.
I appreciate it, and it seems to be a wondrous invention.
Would you have refused this being a knocker?
As in, would I have refused if I had been given a choice?
Yes. Someone was going to be a knocker, why not you?
Well, you should have just slipped it into my apartment and not told me.
I've never been very good at lying to you.
Except for the whole not telling me about being what you are.
That was more of a lie of omission. I suppose sneaking something into your room would have also... I have been a shit. You need to go to the bedroom now. I'll meet you there.
And just nod and take off.
You only have about a minute to wait before she shows up. She's got a troll-sized beer stein, and it is sudsy.
Oh.
The outside is slick with condensation. She hands it to you.
What is this?
Well, I brewed it myself.
Did you? It's possible. Well, I mean, I never know with you.
I can't cook. I failed chemistry.
Interesting. Interesting.
You weren't hoping that you were going to marry somebody who could cook for you.
No, I'm more of a house troll myself. You have heard of house hippos?
That's racist.
Sort of making fun of myself. You're right. Thanks again for knowing what to say.
I thought you were going to say something entirely different. I threatened your ex-wife.
Mm-hmm. Being a part of their lives means a lot to me. But I just can't bring myself... I can't bring myself to be strong with those who need it. If I love them.
You're going to need to learn to develop that.
You're telling me
You were there for Kay when she needed you the most.
that is true.
You were there for Salion. You've been there. Sophia, Patches, Zister, me. But if you can't do that in the face of one daughter of Eve, then we're going to have some trouble.
Trouble always seems to find us.
I'm under no illusions here. You've made some hard decisions, including decisions that had to do with your family in order to continue the life that you needed. Since then, I made some of those decisions for you in order to try to protect you. And now, here you are, able to make those decisions again. And I did it again. And I meant every word. I can find my way into the bedchambers of King Melge. I can find my way into a cage inside a building that's so cold that the chill may never truly leave my bones, and they certainly haven't left my dreams. I can find my way into her nightmares if she tries to hurt you, or if she tries to hurt you by proxy through your boys. But that's my choice to make. You're not allowed to let me make every choice for you.
You're right. My choice. And then I drop the gun and walk out.
Dingled.
What? Braum, what the fuck? You're right, and I have been strong when I needed to be. As have you. I think that's one of the things we have in common. And I will continue to be.
That's my secret. I'm always strong.
I'm just glad that's one more person who always has my back.
I'll always have your back. Just like I'll always have Sophia's back and Patch's back. And Sister. Talus, even. Claude. Maybe not Claude.
I offer her the tankard of whatever it is. Well, are you thirsty?
I have my own. She pulls out a...
From where?
From-
I'm so excited.
From her pocket, she pulls out
Oh.
a balls.
Nice.
Do you remember balls?
I don't actually. What is this?
It was one of the first energy drinks marketed directly at gamers.
Yeah.
This was 20 years ago, almost.
Why do you still have that?
At
can still,
least a
like,
few years
okay.
ago, you could find it in certain depths in the city. Glass bottle, nice shade of blue, little bumps all over. Guarana base, no taurine, so it didn't give you that same insano shakes like
The
Red Bull.
shakes.
Sorry.
Well, cheers then.
Yeah. Cheers.
What?
I was just thinking about whether I still wanted to marry you.
Has having to come to my rescue again changed your mind?
No.
No.
But I want you to know that I'm always going to be thinking about that. Right up until the moment where we actually do it. And then afterwards, I'll constantly be thinking about whether or not I want to be stayed married to you. I'm always going to be questioning this, thinking about it. I don't believe you deserve anything less. But I will disappear, Claire, if I have to.
I know. And I don't think you're going to need to.
I hope not.
Promise me you won't run off, hop on a bus, sit at the back on our wedding day with some...
Dustin Hoffman got blasted by me too. I'm not following on that footstep.
It's 2, 3 every time now.
Time to party with too muchy.
Is there any particular way I'm expected to behave, aside from not speaking unless spoken to?
You're an emissary from the Fae.
I thought you didn't want them to know that I was...
I don't. At the same time, I know that there are certain things about you that I could never turn off. I don't believe you have it in you to not be charming.
I think that's the closest thing to a compliment you've given me since we met.
I did tell you I liked your music.
Right.
That wasn't a lie.
Before you kidnapped me.
No. Should I apologize for that?
Yes, you should. But you won't.
I can see this as a step forward for both of our peoples. So in the end, I'd say that I did the right thing.
I don't agree with your methods, but I do agree with your message.
It's funny, I could say the same thing about all the kindred you've killed.
It's time for that to end.
How many are there?
What?
How many of us have you killed?
Well, at least 3. But there could have been more in one location that I just didn't see. I sort of unleashed quite the devastation.
God, it's true.
Well, then we're not exactly in a position to judge each other, are we?
I'm not judging. I'm saying that it is time for the violence to end. We can't affect how our kind will relate to each other across the world, but we can affect this area here, and that's what I intend to do.
That's fair. Here we are. The limousine just creeps up. The Montreal Museum of Fine Art is located on Sherbrooke Street in downtown Montreal.
Look at that, it's gorge.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
beauteous.
the Chihuly stained glass sculpture outside is like primo, if it's still there. I think it is.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
I'm kind of surprised somebody hasn't smashed it, to be honest.
Oh, right?
Well, it's got like a little thing around it.
Oh yeah, that'll stuff.
I like to
Yeah.
imagine
Right.
it's secretly like way stronger than
It's made of like titanium, yeah.
Well, I
yeah,
feel
or
like it
something.
must be made of strong glass if they've been able to assemble and disassemble it that many times without it. Like,
Chihuly is clearly a fae of some kind. Like
Obviously.
clearly a
That's pretty
changeling.
fair.
Probably a knocker. Let's be honest.
Not everybody you encounter is going to be one of us. Some of them will be ghouls.
What are ghouls?
Mortals who've decided to understand that there's a certain advantage to drinking of our own vitae.
Really?
Would you like to taste some of mine?
No.
You might find yourself stronger, faster.
No, I'm fine.
You're quite sure?
Yes.
It's awfully potent stuff.
I'll bet. I feel like I'm going to need all my wits about me for this.
Wits. Well, I can appreciate wits. You find your door opened. Veritas lets you get out, but as soon as he unspindles himself from his seat,
Spindle.
he offers you his elbow. It's cold, like the rest of him. Shall we?
Yes.
Excellent.
I just kind of like, I look behind.
Are you looking for something?
No. I didn't know this is where we were coming to.
Did I neglect to mention?
I love it here.
You've spent time here, have you?
During the day, yes.
Let's go inside. What?
He's so creepy. He's so creepy. Good job, Don.
Good job, John. Oh boy.
Are you telling me that you have no ability to manipulate luck yourself?
there are ways. There are ways.
Ways. Using your magics.
Yes. We don't all, of course, have access to all the magics.
Well, how would I know? Of course. You speak of course as if I would know.
Can you do everything that everyone of your kind can? Do you have allies that you fight alongside or create alongside?
We have those who we've met for mutual protection and all that, but they don't understand the science like I do.
Nice.
Protection. Do you have enemies?
They're always enemies.
Challenges? What do you use your abilities for? Are you making the world a better place? Are you saving those in danger, helping those in need? Making your life more comfortable? Experimenting, learning?
A long time ago, there were a group who decided that the chaos that it was the current state of affairs could no longer be tolerated. And they decided that they would guide the sleepers to accept only one paradigm.
Squeeze.
accept only one paradigm?
What we know as current technology today is no different than what I can do, or what other mages can do. It's simply that sleepers have been taught that that's the only thing that can exist. That it is the way of the world, not a way.
And what other ways of the world are there?
Well, they're all crackpots. But they get results. What I've been trying to do is make sure that we can return to a world where reality is what humans want it to be, instead of what they've been forced to believe. I see you're taking my biography already.
Malcolm Chambers, a life lived fully.
And
See, that
so-
I want a spy thriller written about me, right? And then I'm dragged in front of the commandant, and the commandant is saying, well, you've no longer any of your weapons. And then I say, no, it looks like there's one left in the chambers, and that's when I pull my last gun.
Yes!
So,
I'd read it. Do it.
Read that scene. I don't know about the rest.
would it not break rules to let humans make reality what it wants to be?
I'm for the rules to be broken. I
Because-
didn't believe that it was appropriate to have a shadowy cabal decide what humanity could be. They've locked our potential so that we can follow their paradigm.
And so you're a rebel against your own kind.
Yes.
And is there a way to allow humanity this power? Or do they need to be special like you and I? Because from what
Humanity won't believe that what I have created could work. And if they can't believe it, it won't work.
So you're Tinkerbell.
I'm Tinkerbell.
For us, it doesn't matter whether you believe or not. We feed on people's imaginations and dreams. And
Can you feed on mine?
I could. It's not a very pleasant thing for those being fed upon.
Is that true for all of you? How ghastly.
No, with time and practice, we can also.
Oh, so it's
Bring
just
you-
you.
We,
How disappointing.
it depends on whether you consider it feeding or whether you consider it. There are many ways. But we can also bring people to make great things, and that also gives us energy. Perhaps one of my kind inspired you to create what you created and gained power by so doing.
Ooh, that's so delicious. I wonder who... I bet I've met a few of you.
Not that common. Nor
Is
do I
Mrs. Snable one of you? Sorry. The one who runs the
We
shop
don't
down
all
the
know
street.
each other. First off, we don't all know each other.
Well, how many could there possibly be of you?
How many of you are there in the world?
Not many.
Do you know them all?
It's sort of a resistance cell kind of thing. But Mrs. Snable's so odd. She's so peculiar.
Perhaps she's just a peculiar human. Peculiar
I wouldn't have any
person.
problem believing that she snuck into my house to mend my shoes.
She runs the chip shop down the street.
Perhaps she does. Perhaps she's sweet on you. She's mending your shoes.
No one's sweet on me.
That is a lie.
You're saying you know someone? I've been very lonely.
Have you met Incisor? Wait, no, hang on.
Have you met Sophia?
Hello.
Yes, seriously.
Mage
How
kills,
many
right?
points do I get if I get a mage?
Points.
What? No, nothing.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Oh,
Run,
don't worry
run.
about it, Malcolm.
Run, Lillian.
Come here.
Anyway, I've arranged to stay here for a while.
Are you on the lam?
No. No.
Okay, just checking. Wondering whether I should.
Wouldn't be able to get
prepare
on a
some
flight if I was on the lam.
Anti-magic defenses.
Look, no magic is any match for anyone who's checking my passport.
All right, where are you staying?
I found one of your... An Airbnb?
Yes. What part of town? Do you know? What street?
Oh, it's in your... it's to the west of here. Verdun.
Verdun.
Vernon.
All right.
He's staying in Verdun.
I hear it's quite nice.
It is. It wasn't for a while, but it is quite.
Oh, is it gentrified?
Yes, precisely. It's a gentrified
That's
neighborhood.
because of all the Airbnbs.
Yes, exactly.
Dad reads the papers.
And its proximity to downtown, people have realized that just being down the hill slightly isn't some reason for lower status.
I should rent a car.
You could.
I'm going to rent a
You
car.
can also use various car hire services.
A convertible.
Or a bicycle hire service, or a scooter hire service. Wait, those haven't been introduced
No, it's
yet.
May.
A bicycle hire service or a car hire service.
No, good lord, I will hire
You could
a
hire
car for
a
myself.
Mercedes with one of those services, you know.
German cars.
What? What would you drive?
Well, an Aston Martin.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were that well off. Why did I join the service to pay for my schooling?
Well, I hadn't invented the AP yet.
Ah. Are you going to gift me with something so that I can perhaps purchase a condo rather than renting?
I was trying to give you a device that would increase your luck. And now you're saying that's too good for humanity, but you would absolutely adore it if I could buy you a condominium.
But if you're going to hire an Aston Martin for fun, you can live your life. You can have your fun in Montreal. There are no right turns on red. I know that's
Yes,
the
I
wrong
know.
side
I've
of the
read the
road.
rules.
But
Montreal. The rules.
beware. Beware our drivers. They don't believe in signaling.
Page 3 SD guys.
Oh, Patricia, there isn't a place on earth where they believe in signaling.
Yeah, I'm with Kung Fu Fenris here.
No, I mean I'm going to.
Okay, good.
But I'm also going to take it apart and experiment with it.
What? Oh shit.
Kyoko, while laughing, begs for the opportunity for a shower. It's been strenuous, but not altogether unsatisfying. But feeling perhaps as if before she leaves the room again, she should make sure that she's presentable. She begs off, climbs off, and slips into the bedroom. Or sorry, into the bathroom.
That makes a bit more sense. That's good.
And you, just as the cascade of warmth and the sound of needles flinging themselves at a bathtub hit your ears, your phone rings. Now, Braum, I'm inclined to ask, what is your current ringtone?
I really want it to be something hilarious, but I really don't feel like Braum would have been able to change a ringtone or whatever, so.
I'm every
It's, no, it's gonna be the like,
Hello, Marta.
the classic, like that Samsung song ring that they have now by default. I don't remember how it goes, but
No, it's not.
okay.
Your ringtone
Yes.
is, as evidenced from the wonderful movie The Sound of Music, what is it you can't face?
Okay.
What is it you can't face?
I look at
What is it you can't face?
Hell?
What is it you can't face?
Yay!
What is it you can't face?
Stop it, stop that.
What is it you
Put the
can't
phone.
It's your ex-wife.
Kyoko, what?
That is amazing. Hello.
I'm sorry, I don't even remember why I called.
Oh. Is there anything that you need help with?
No. No. I just got the strangest phone call from Giorgio. Said that he'd been in touch with you?
Yes, we've been speaking.
Oh, that's so nice.
He's a nice man.
Yeah, he is.
What
He
did
was great with the kids.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear it. What did he tell you?
He just asked me when I was getting home.
Oh. All right.
It's so good to. I have to say it was one of the best birthday presents that I could have received. Just a day away from everything. Manicure, pedicure, day at the spa. So wonderful.
We need time away from our usual responsibilities and thoughts
Oh, absolutely.
from time to time.
Okay.
Time away from how we normally think about things.
Oh, sure. Of course.
I thought maybe it would be nice if we all went out to the park on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, if you
Who's
don't-
all of us?
Well, if you don't mind me tagging along with yourself, Giorgio, the kids.
I'd like that. I'd like that if you could get to know Giorgio better. After all, he's going to be a part of our... You right there?
Yeah, he's having a great time.
Good.
No, I'd love to keep an eye on Giorgio. I mean, get to know him.
Knock him around. I mean,
I
I mean.
Hey, you could,
Teach myself about being gifted. I mean, man.
should you invite Kyoko?
You know, I'm not sure if she's available. I'll find out.
Oh, all right.
Did you enjoyed the time that we all spent together?
I just feel like maybe she... Never mind. I fell asleep while I was at the spa. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
All right, Claire. Enjoy.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Quick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like,
Really close. Not close, but... Kyoko,
Yes?
I haven't seen The Sound of Music in a long time.
Okay. So what?
So what is it you can't face?
Well, isn't that a question we should all ask ourselves?
I go to push open the door? I don't know, maybe she's locked it or something.
No.
I don't know.
She didn't even close the door.
What a dude. Okay.
It's all like steamy in the room, like, and you can't even see yourself in the mirror afterwards. Fuck that.
Just,
So one thing I should say about Kyoko, when she's wet, her ears just kind of go like they cling
right.
to her face,
Sure.
and her tail just looks like this sad sort of tuft.
Oh.
Because I mean, she's wet. She's
that's-
just
That's how hair works.
she looks like a soaking bunny woman. It's not.
Pretty much exactly what I assumed.
It could be considered cute in some ways, but it would definitely not be considered what you would call, conventionally hot.
Right, sure. I'm anything but conventional. Just wanted to say that after getting over the shock of it, I thought that was pretty funny. Although I wouldn't mind your assistance in returning my ringtone to normal before I set it off in front of my sons.
Well, you only have to worry if your wife calls you in front of your sons.
I just don't know if I need to be having a conversation with them about those words in that context.
What is it you can't face?
Right.
You could just show them the Sound of Music. It's rated G, I assume.
I always felt like that rating was misleading.
Why? Because of Nazis?
It's frightening. The film is frightening.
Because of how do you solve a problem like Maria?
I mean, there are more frightening films, I suppose.
Are you uncomfortable with the fact that your sons probably know how to use that word more than you do?
No, that's just how things are.
Are you all worried about the fact that your sons will never use that word?
I would be surprised.
Because if they did, you would tell them otherwise.
Exactly.
There are better words to use.
Oh, are there?
Yes.
Have I ever heard any of these words? That are better?
Well, I've never known the word fuck to build up the patriarchy.
It's true. Anyway, I just thought I'd say that I thought it was pretty funny.
I'll change your ringtone, but I'm in the middle of a shower.
I noticed.
I get a bit gritty afterwards.
Gritty. Oh.
And I don't mean the Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's what she looks like when she's in the shower.
Great. That was awesome. And don't worry, I'll change my own ringtone.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. It will be an adventure.
You're going to go dig out the manual and you're going to read the manual.
Exactly. Thought it'd be nice to have some Vivaldi when people call.
Oh my god.
Shut up, Sophia. Go die on a vampire somewhere.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Die on a vampire.
Yeah, I don't know. Like on a tooth? It wasn't great. It wasn't great. What does he mean? He doesn't mean anything. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just
so
joking.
good.
Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna step out of the room and go and fix. What time is it? Is it night for us as well? It's night for her.
Oh yeah, it's nighttime.
Oh god. I'm gonna go fix Kyoko a tasty late night snack, which means sneaking into the kitchen, unless Claude is there.
Oh, bro.
Claude's not there.
I'm doing it.
When you get in there instead is Talus.
Oh, it's just me. Sorry.
And he is rapidly trying to assemble a sandwich as quickly as he can. Oh, shit. I thought you were someone else.
Bit of a height difference.
No, I know. Hey, I won't tell him that I was in here, and you don't need to tell him that you were here, right? Neither of us can.
We have an understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feeling all right?
Sister really likes bologna sandwiches.
That's very sweet.
He likes them with the crusts cut off, and he likes to have a glass of milk when he has them. It makes him seem like he's a 7-year-old.
I never understood why people didn't like crusts. If something is that tasteless, it must be good for you. Or at least that's what I tell myself.
That's why you're you, and that's why he's him.
mind if I scooch in alongside here?
Yeah. Yeah. Who are you,
What? Sorry, what?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, Dallas.
Is Talus okay? Like, can I just get a read on him real quick? Like, it's
Yeah,
late
roll me
at
your
night.
perception empathy.
Hey, I'm gonna roll something today, guys. Percepathy
Oh, dear.
coming at you.
Alternately perception medicine.
No, I'll take it. But I am really jazzed to know that that was an option. 3 successes.
He's got a bit of glow on him.
Okay. Kyoko and I are just a bit peckish.
Yeah. Peckish. So am I. I'm sister's peckish.
It's good to have you back, Talus.
Well, that's your fault. I always I don't like wasting. And he starts eating the crusts.
That's...
Hey, we do what we have to for the people we love, right?
Yeah. Hey, Talus.
Yeah.
Anything about your wedding to Zister that you would do again? Or any advice for a old fogey like me?
The songbird looks at you.
Don't be daunting.
Spend as little as you can.
Okay.
Your party isn't worth going into debt. It's worth celebrating your love. But that's all it's for. Don't waste that. And find the thing that reminds her why you're worth it. And do that every day.
That's going to require a think.
Didn't say it was going to be easy.
No. All the good things never are. Hey, thanks.
I'm not going to get used to hearing that from you.
What, words of thanks?
I just feel like I might owe you more than I can ever repay. And he picks up the plate and the thing, and he puts it back down, brushes the crumbs into his hand, and then picks the plate and the glass up again. Have a good post-sex snack. And he turns and he heads out the door.
Good night to you too, Talus.
Hi. You're taken to a private area. There's still a collection here. Have you ever been in one of the private areas in the Museum of Fine Arts?
I don't think the private areas now.
So there's a few places on a few of the floors where it's essentially often when they're sort of building something up that isn't quite ready yet, or they're compiling a new section for people to go through. So they'll close parts of the museum and they sort of rotate them around. But while they're still, before all the collections are out and available for the public, they will let people have private events there, events that are outside. And, there's a little bit of prestige. You get to see some of the collection before others do, or you get to see some pieces as they've been returned to you, and that's always a handy thing. You're surrounded by... No, beauty's the wrong word. Beauty implies something that these are not available to. Vampires can look fancy, dashing, predatory, striking, even sexual in nature, but beauty, it's like there's a part of them that isn't quite there. And it's hard to tell when you're sitting one-on-one with one of them, but when you have a group of them, there isn't a warmth that you can feel from around the room. There isn't that sensation of a soul being present. These are cold-blooded killers. And I mean that in a literal fashion. There isn't a single person here who hasn't ended a life or an unlife. And it's palpable. But here they are playing dress-up at society as if they can appreciate the art that they knew once in life they appreciated, as if they can feel what art is supposed to make them feel, but they're memories to them. It isn't an active feeling. It is a memory of a feeling, an inner object that they are finding harder and harder to access. But they do it anyway. They go through the motions. They pretend that they aren't as removed from humanity as they are now. The wolf dresses itself in sheep's clothing and tries to convince the world that it is a sheep. They even try to convince each other, while knowing deep at their core that they are the true apex predator. And maybe that's the feeling that you get most from here. It isn't a feeling of death, but of predation, of knowing that the people here believe that they are on top and that nothing can threaten that. But the music is lovely.
That's nice.
Although it is piped in, canned over the speakers. The paintings are, of course, gorgeous, but none of them so compelling as to even be a distraction. But there are many, many here. You estimate that there's about 60 present here.
Yikes.
And Veritas is all smiles, gliding from one to the next, introducing, showing you off, maybe? But I'm going to ask you to roll your charisma etiquette, please. And the difficulty, because you've had a little bit of coaching, is going to be 7.
And this is high society, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
She ain't no baroness
That
here,
is
you know.
6 successes.
Whoa.
You're perfect. You're perfect. Laughing at all the right jokes, smiling when you need to, even perhaps demurely lowering your eyes when appropriate.
Probably also wise.
Yeah.
Don't look too.
Hey, it's great to meet you, bud. Whoa.
It'd be like, nice to meet you. Oh, look at that beautiful thing over there. What do you think of this painting? Let's stand next to each other and
Up
look at each other.
until the moment that you meet Jonquière.
Could you spell that?
Jonquire.
Oh, I was thinking of Jonquil.
Jaques.
Jaques as well, good one.
It's like, it's Jacques, damn it.
Yeah, but seriously, like, it's the worst.
When Jonquière turns and Veritas introduces you, his hand freezes
Oh.
and his eyes light upon you, and He's dazed. Literally, as in he's halfway through. Was it to offer his hand? Was it to go for a handshake? Was it to smack you across the face? It's not clear.
She is like full on not saying
Really
anything.
hoping Veritas knows he has to break this stalemate.
This is like the longest pause.
See Braum to come in and be like, yeah, there's a plan.
Veritas just nods slightly, takes your elbow, and wordlessly guides you away.
Was that a toreador?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
You see, a toreador is transfixed by what it considers true beauty. Is that you?
Someone here appreciates me.
Well, if a killer can have beauty, then I'm glad that there's some hope for the rest of us, isn't there?
Who's next?
Well, I'm going to introduce you to the prince.
Lead the way.
So impatient, are we? You haven't even touched the... Oh, yes. There aren't any canapes served at these sorts of things.
No, I assumed.
There is water.
Why? Why is there water? What's wrong with the water?
Well, there are those who are like you here.
And at that, I kind of look around to see if
There isn't a single fae.
but there are plenty of thralls and
There's a few.
a couple of ghouls.
Yeah. But they're there. They're present, but they're mostly keeping to the periphery. On the outside. Round the outside. Round the outside.
I must say, for an event of this caliber, I'm really surprised at the sound quality of the music. Why is it coming through these tiny little speakers? I thought you would at least have some
Maybe when
live
I'm in
band.
charge.
They're all old. They don't just.
How loudly does he say that?
He says that in a normal tone of voice.
I like kind of look around to see if anyone.
You hear a glass now. It's like,
Well, if you don't think that I should be, everybody here knows what's going to happen.
Everybody here knows.
Well, or they will in a moment. Be bold.
Oh my God.
Let me take you downstairs. You mustn't grimace every time I say something to you. It's not very becoming.
Most of the things you say are not very becoming.
shades.
Cheerleading.
Shades, yeah.
They're just opera glasses.
Oh,
They don't
yes.
have anything
even
else.
better.
Cheerleading team.
Let's head downstairs. And he takes he offers his elbow again, and as he starts heading down, you're grabbing me as if you're touching a corpse.
Aren't I?
You'll notice that I don't spend a lot of time insulting your kind.
You spend plenty of time insulting me.
That's different.
Wow.
So I'm gonna, at that, hold his arm a little more snug.
If you were indeed my thrall, you would have tasted my vitae. You would be in love with me.
Is that what you need for someone to fall in love with you?
I'm afraid I'm so old I've forgotten what love is.
I'm sorry for that.
I have the game. The game's all that matters now.
Is that true? That's all that gives you real sustenance now.
Why would that be a problem? Why would that be different?
You're surrounded by beauty, but you can't truly enjoy it. You're surrounded by life, but you feel none. I find that incredibly sad.
And yet, you're here with me, and you're about to be a part of my game. You're insulting that which you have decided to become a part of.
I'm not insulting it. I pity it.
I don't want your pity. I want your blood to roil inside his throat. And then I want you gone from my life, just as you want me gone from yours. And every once in a while, we'll pretend like we like each other when we discuss ways to make sure that we stay out of each other's hair. But other than that, that's the deal we've made. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Now be nice to him. I've gone to too much trouble to get this sorted in a
Please.
very small amount of time.
Don't insult me. I know how to behave.
And yet no leash around your neck. Awfully high-spirited for a creature of dreams.
Open the door.
I want you to roll me your manipulation intimidation. And I will do the same.
Oh, good boy. Is this veiled threats?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Oh, good. Good.
Like very much so. So here we go, you and me.
I'm down. I'm down for a little roll off here.
No, that's 0 for me.
Oh.
0 for me as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no botches, right? No botching. But so they were sort of like, grr, grr,
A little
They're
slap
just so
fight.
tired from their petty little arguments.
That's very
Oh, fine.
What's that?
He opens the door. Jarek! And as he walks in, you see a man dressed in a sari.
Ooh.
His arms and legs are both crossed as he is sunk back into a rather ill-fitting office chair. But he's in a room where the music sounds considerably better. It's playing off a private stereo on the inside. There's a cooler in here with water that burbles and a mini fridge. It looks like it's probably some administrator's office. Please come in. And who is this creature you've brought for me? My prince, I bring you someone who I've just recently met, a musician, a busker. Busker. Well, that's been a profession for as long as I can remember. Here.
Go closer.
He examines you from heel to head, just lingering up and up. But he's not looking in the traditional places that you would expect a total creep to look. Well, actually, maybe it would be kind of creepy, because what he's looking at is inner thigh, and then
Oh,
Yeah. It's
wrist,
Oh.
Jesus.
upper bicep,
No. God. Oh.
If River Jade were here,
neck.
I'd be like, bulge.
Hammer.
Get out. And Veritas turns and he walks away, closes the door.
Oh.
Would you care to sit down? Baroness.
I'd love to.
Oh.
I'm afraid that I can only offer another one of these, and he indicates his IKEA office chair. I'm not certain what sort of seats is standard for one of your stature. And he just practically whispers up out of the chair and with an extremely elegant move just pulls another one close. And then he sits back down.
What do I call you?
Prince will do. Or my prince.
Prince Jarek, how do you know that I'm a baroness?
Because there's very little about my city that I don't know. But I tend to keep an eye on those who are consorting with someone planning to kill me.
He did underestimate you.
Of course he did. But then again, I go to great lengths to be underestimatable.
It can be useful in many circumstances.
So you're the weapon. What was it going to be?
I can make my blood fire.
Interesting. I admit that would probably unsettle me.
Really, that's it?
I'm going for understatement here.
Thank you.
You really are quite lovely. Are you one of the Shinings?
It's impressive.
Well, I don't know what to do. On the one hand, I'm here in a museum of fine art, and I'm confronted by fine art, and, well, clearly you're not trying to kill me now. You haven't committed a crime.
My dealings with Veritas are purely professional. His kind and mine have been at each other's throats for the better part of a year now, and I need to see it stopped.
Yes, he is rather disappointed. You destroyed one of his research facilities.
I did.
He doesn't know that I have the data.
Of the facility.
Oh, I've backed it all up. I have all of it. In an off-site facility, myself.
What if I wanted to see this data?
I'd ask why you didn't just simply study yourself. But the data's there. I suppose I could let it go for an interesting price.
My kind were kidnapped, imprisoned, tortured, and experimented on in those facilities.
Well, yes, but that's how a lot of great medicine has progressed.
It stops.
Well, I'm not rebuilding the facility myself. I have very little interest
I
in
mean
sort
to
of
make
thing.
sure it is never rebuilt. What will you do? How long have you known that Veritas was planning this?
Oh, he only put it into motion yesterday.
Wow.
He's been plotting this for I don't know how long, but he saw an opportunity and he's taking it.
Hmm? What will you do?
He cannot be left alive. Normally I would kill one of his underlings. It would send a message and he's valuable, but this was a bit too bold, a bit too brazen, and frankly, he got you involved. If you had successfully managed to kill me, then perhaps everything would have been fine. The fact that you haven't means that he's consorting with the Fae, which should mean that I should punish the whole lot of you. But I don't really want to do that. I get the feeling like we could probably do a very good job of hurting each other very badly.
We have.
You have wronged my clan.
And your kind have wronged mine. It will stop.
Well,
Veritas seems to think he could put an end to it. Are you making the same claim?
I have no idea what deal you've made with him.
A mutual exit of each other's affairs.
In other
want
words, we
nothing
pick
more
up
to
our
do with
balls
each
and we
other.
go home.
Exactly.
The energy drink.
Patches, your phone rings. It's Incisor.
Sorry, one moment. Hi.
Yo, shit's fucked.
In what sense?
So I'm outside a museum,
Okay.
and Sophia just went inside, and there's like 70 leeches in there.
Did she go willingly?
I mean, she was hanging off one of them.
Okay, right, but that doesn't necessarily mean willingly knowing them. But you followed her, so that's good.
Yeah, she told me to not call unless things got bad.
And how will you know if things get bad?
Yeah, I don't actually have any idea here, Patches.
I'm just wondering if she can call you. So do you want me over there?
I don't know.
Which museum?
Fine art.
Cool.
Hey, Patches?
Yeah?
There's too many of them.
Yeah. Still, 2 is better than 1. We can at least... I can get to her and get out.
Should I call the werewolves?
I think their obligation to destroy leeches would perhaps cause more trouble and more damage than best. Save that as a last resort. I'm on my way. Call if things get really haywire. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sure.
Click. Well, we had spoken of danger and challenges and enemies, and it seems one of my friends has gotten herself into a spot of trouble. So, how about I drop you off at your accommodations? And,
It's in the opposite direction, just so you know.
how about I hail you a cab, and we meet up again tomorrow for breakfast?
On the morrow? How do they speak over here? I'll just meet you on the morrow.
Did I say that?
Did you?
That's what I heard.
Oh, well,
Oh, whoop.
maybe.
Whoop.
I think I said tomorrow. Whatever, in the morning. Anyway,
On the morrow.
who knows? Who knows what I said? Okay, I said words. Words were said.
Words.
Meet you tomorrow for breakfast.
I like that.
Thank you so much for
Good luck with your danger.
Yes.
Will you fly there?
No.
All right.
It does expend energy, which is best conserved.
Well,
when
you didn't let me
needed.
take your measurements, so I can't connect you to the AP.
Well, you can do that tomorrow.
All right.
Could really use some good luck right now, I'm just saying. All right.
I would have it, so I'd just get like whiffed beside by bullets and flying sculptures, and you'd still be effed.
Well,
So
it's been fun enough.
I'm zip on over.
I don't know what kind of deal you want to make. I don't know what kind of deal I can give you. You've killed many. And we're not exactly in a position where we need to sue for peace.
The retaliation will never stop.
We know where you live. We don't know how to get there, but we know where it is. I assume that if I collapse the building around you, that should still work.
It's protected.
I take a scorched earth policy when it comes to these sorts of things.
Oh, how funny. So do I. Do you play with fire too?
Is that what we're going to do now?
I'm saying that we are also formidable. And you should respect us and leave us the hell alone, and we will do the same. That's simple. Uncomplicated. We don't need anything more than that.
Did Jarek tell you? Sorry. Did Veritas tell you why he picked you?
No. I assume because I was the one he could identify.
It's because he knows that I would have been interested in meeting you. It's why you got into the room. I only can feed of those of royal blood. Oof. I guess you're close enough.
So you still want to feed on me,
Oh,
even
yes.
knowing what you know.
Very much so.
Huh.
It's hard to find. So, for me to entertain your offer, I'm going to need something.
If it's the only way.
It's hard for me to think on an empty stomach.
Right.
Just roll your chair closer, please.
I do. Time to get
And where would you like me to?
I get the choice.
Well, I don't want to be rude.
Oh, such manners.
Oh.
Gross.
And he reaches out, and his hands are even colder. And he pulls your arm in, and then you hear just a... You can't let him do this. He can't see me, but I can see a shining star. And I don't want to see it brought down, not here, not now.
I'm like kind of looking around.
He's behind Jarek. Hergo, wrapped in his cloak, is dancing a coin across his knuckles.
He's so dramatic. I love how dramatic he is. No, that's great.
So you're next. RPG character's gonna be called Ergo,
I
right?
don't mind telling you that it's been a long time since I've been in the presence of someone close enough that the potency is there. Don't give in. The darkness has a way of clutching at our hearts. You make a deal with the devil, And that's all you become.
I know it's so serious.
Jarek pulls out a small, it looks almost like a towelette, but as he opens it and pulls it out and he starts to apply it to your skin, it has the sharp smell of iodine.
Classic.
Dude,
It's gonna ruin the flavor.
so unnecessary.
Perhaps it's seasoning to them.
Oh,
Just like iodine and salt in there.
You already made a deal with one of them. You don't have to make a deal with this one. I've tracked your constellation across the heavens. It brought me back here to you. There isn't another star in the sky who has your power. He negligently drops the iodine towelette on a table, and then he starts bringing his lips towards your wrist. And you can see as he goes that his incisors just jut out just a little more than they did just a moment ago. What do you do?
A classic.
all right.
Barkskin, iron
Bark
skin.
skin.
Bark skin. It's,
Bark
not, it's,
skin.
not,
Oaken
it's
shield.
literally none of those. Yeah, oaken shield.
Oaken shield. I was like the wood skin.
Bark skin, iron skin.
Barkskin, Barkskin!
Woof woof.
Oh, Sophia's gonna lock eyes with Hergo and just like minutely shake her head. And focus very hard on this section of her arm. Start to channel glamour into that area. Building it up.
The greatest stars are made of fire and determination. And you feel the sinking of teeth into your body. Now, I'm going to ask you to roll willpower, please.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes. Oh, that's a botch.
No, you had one success.
Oh, I did have a success, so it was a zero. It was a zero. Thanks, Kate.
Phew. I mean,
Still not better.
Still really not
Not
good.
great.
Better than botch.
Oh, if it had been a botch.
Yeah.
What would have happened if it had been a botch?
He would now be like vampire.
It's already
Queen
pretty bad.
and two. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As he starts to pull blood from you,
Yeah.
Willpower.
it feels incredible. It's enough that for at least the first 2 health levels he's taking from you, you cannot cast the cantrip.
Okay.
So lose 2 real health levels. You can't soak this.
Okay.
That's lethal damage.
Balls. Gotcha.
Actually, no, it's a bite. No, it's lethal. He's just draining blood. He's not like trying to bite your hand off. Roll willpower again.
Oh my god.
The difficulty now is 8.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
You can't.
I can't.
Rip.
Fair enough. Ah, 3 successes.
So as he drains the next health level from you, so lose 1 more, now you snap back from the
Snap back to reality.
reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, you don't. So now you can tell that you are having. He is draining you of blood. But you're now able to take an action if you need to.
So I force my focus back to the glamour in my arm and will it to follow my blood as it leaves my artery. And I cast
Elder form.
Elder form. What is elder form?
Your difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay.
This is after your bunk, which has lasted for the day, but also taking into account that you're in the presence of somebody of extremely high banality. Which, don't worry, you're going to be gaining some banality at the end of this.
Oh, good.
Good.
Oh, great.
That's what we
Didn't
want.
want it to be too easy.
Yeah. You shouldn't, actually.
No.
Wandering into a vampire party is like pretty ballsy.
5 successes.
Seems like a
5.
Yeah.
difficulty 9 kind of task. Yeah.
He screams, except it's muffled by your wrist as the fire enters into him and then just starts burning him from the inside. Much in the same way that a chimney starter pulls the heat in from underneath and pulls up.
Well, I found the scotch.
We roll.
Oh, something?
As he pulls away from you, roll stamina.
Oh, no.
Do you wound
She's not-
penalties or
she's
anything?
not-
Oh, yeah.
Is that a thing? Sorry, I don't want to
Yeah.
be that guy.
Right? Or is it?
This is a soak roll, so no, it doesn't. Your wound
Okay.
penalties don't apply.
Thanks
Yeah.
for trying to kill me.
No, just trying to.
1 success.
Okay, you will take 1 aggravated damage.
Oh.
So the aggravated goes at the top, and then you just shift the lethal down 1.
Okay.
At least you'll not be like.
You always heal bashing, then lethal, then
Yeah.
ag.
Yeah.
So it goes from bottom up. As his fangs rip out of your skin, and he cries out, his eyes trying to focus as he wills the fire in his body to just short out. But now he's enchanted and can see you for who you truly are. Because he has tasted fey blood.
I love it.
And though most of it has burned away, there is a haze around you as he's trying to determine what your seeming truly means. And dear, I thought you were smarter than that.
You played the wrong hand.
Round. Woo! Okay.
16.
Beats my 15. Did that take into account your wound penalties?
Fuck. No.
So it just lowers it.
Lowers it by 2 then, so 14.
Doesn't beat my 15.
So close!
Go ahead.
It's gonna. I'm gonna do a retreat. I'm gonna try to get away.
Try to get out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay. He is going to attempt to grapple you.
Boy.
So he successfully grapples you, but I assume that this is going to be a full dodge from you.
It is.
So go ahead.
It's Dex Athletics, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And then for my wound penalty, is that taken out of the dice?
Dice pool. Four.
2.
He grabs you. Oh,
Learned, hi. You came in at a good
I endorse this
time.
retreat.
They're from gaming.
He reaches out and he just starts to pull you back in. And you hear just a whisper into your ear, I've never been good at playing games. Round. You are grappled. He is going to... Oh, well, actually, let's find out initiative first.
Oh, 7.
Seven, just 7 straight up?
Yes.
Okay, that includes your wound penalties?
Fuck, 5.
Okay.
One day it will include my.
So your action?
Transform into a dragon.
That's what you're going to do?
Yeah.
All right. Before you have that chance, he is going to establish a bite and therefore try to relock the kiss upon you. So
I can't
you
dodge
can,
this.
no, you can try to get out of his grasp, though. That's a strength athletics roll
Ooh, that's promising.
or strength brawl. One of the two.
Oh, that's promising. Jargon! I love chat.
9 successes.
Oh!
Beats my 3.
All right, so you're about to roll willpower again as that same feeling of euphoria, although tinged with a certain perhaps amount of other emotions, starts to wash over you. Please roll your willpower. Your difficulty is 8.
Learned it's the Prince of Montreal. Just FYI.
Do wound penalties factor into willpower rolls?
Yes.
Balls to the balls. Balls.
Guess who should have been buying willpower?
Saving
That's
up for
one
it.
success.
fair.
1 success. All right, let's see.
My bad. Oh no, I bought one.
Okay, well, that's enough to prevent you from taking another action this turn. And he
Virgo, what the fuck are you doing, man?
he then pulls one more
Okay.
lethal level of damage from you.
Okay.
I'm down. It's no good.
And as his enchantment settles back in, now that it hasn't been burned away again, you hear in the background, I'm amazing at games. Click.
What?
And you can see a chimerical bullet just out of his
Oh shit.
forehead, ripping open as he throws his head back. And Hergo, who's holding a slingshot in one hand, just pulls back. He's no longer enchanted, but that's going to give him... He releases you, and that's going to give you the chance to take an action at this point. Round.
9.
8.
Oh.
So he is going to attempt to grab a hold of you. He now no longer is enchanted and therefore doesn't acknowledge Hergo.
I would like to become a motherfucking dragon.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You mind reminding people what's
Ooh.
going to happen with that?
Wait, should I invoke the weird before becoming a motherfucking dragon?
Probably.
All right, I invoke the weird.
I mean, if he's enchanted.
He's not enchanted now, though, right?
Hergo has
Right.
dealt
Virgo just
damage to him.
de-enchanted him.
His chimerical. Mean.
Are they in a building big enough for a dragon?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry,
The
museum.
museum is a large thing. We're not in a large room right now. Or, sorry, we.
One glamour, one willpower.
Good question, Mungan.
In the news today, the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts burned down.
Full glamour versus ooh. Okay.
Time to check the insurance.
What's the area's penalty?
Currently,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll your glamour against it.
Yeah. Okay.
Tough.
That does suck.
But it's not your successes, right? That's just the diff?
Yeah, the difficulty.
Yeah.
I mean, you are surrounded by many, many vampires.
No, I'm getting
What?
successes.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Shit.
So no. Okay.
Dodge.
Yep. Dodging.
Dip, duck,
Step, dive, and dodge.
dodge.
Okay, I think it's possible.
Three.
Three. You successfully dodge his next reach. His celerity action is to go towards the door, and he just takes his fist and caves in the doorknob so that the door cannot be opened easily. You're trapped in the room with him. Round.
Celerity.
Braum,
Yes.
just hold on to that result.
Okay.
You get a phone call.
Okay. I'm enjoying my midnight snack, so I think about not answering it, but I look at who it is, of course.
It's Pazapakeniut. And I dropped a die. Where did it go?
Pazapakeniut.
Where die?
I'm not
Where is it?
sure.
I did hear it hit the ground. Oh, it's behind your right shoe.
That's my left shoe. Okay.
Pazapakeniut. It's late. Is everything all right?
I got a feeling, man.
Okay.
Just a feeling. I'm sorry. Maybe I.
No.
You know what? No, it's foolish. I should let you go.
No. What does your feeling tell you?
I don't know. I just get this way when things aren't going well. It's nothing. I know it's nothing. Let's not be foolish.
Pazapakeniut, didn't you once tell me? I'm paraphrasing based on a hazy memory. Didn't you once tell me that you were a sage, a seer?
It's. The last time I felt this way is because I had eaten at a fast food restaurant, and I never mind. I'll talk to you later. Click.
Really?
Yep.
Straight up, he hangs up on me.
And I'm actually going to be right
Oh,
back.
yeah,
Okay.
of course.
I have something caught.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh.
his teeth. Okay.
And it's driving me crazy.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I was thinking of contact lens. Those are the worst if you can't.
Yeah,
get
I've
them in
got
right.
something bothering my left eye.
Is it a vampire?
Yeah.
Sorry. Also, I'm sorry I told you to go die on a vampire because now
Well,
you might die
your
on a
dreams are
vampire.
coming true.
But this way you can re-roll a new character just like you always
Yeah,
wanted.
but if
No, we love
I
you.
ever get on the scene, thank you for mentioning invoking the weird. That's exactly what I'm gonna do because I've got this much glamour left after
I need
everything.
the weird invoked because I can't do damage to a vampire as a dragon without
got.
the weird invoked.
Yeah.
But my wound penalties are so
So
bad
high, yeah.
right now
Yeah,
that
already
I
it's-
like
Yeah.
it's I can't I can't.
You can willpower to remove your wound penalties for
Around.
around a moment or an action or whatever.
Yeah.
If
Is
it's
it
use-
around a moment or an action?
Oh.
'Cause that's pretty important.
Well, I guess it's an action. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. We're going to find
Full
out.
power.
Neon Deflector, the name of the prince was Jarek, which I assume is Jerrik.
RREC is what I have written here.
Okie dokie.
Jerric.
I also have Jonquière,
Oh,
which
yep,
like,
Jean-Pierre
what was that about?
He was the Toreador that got transfixed.
Yeah, but like, we're gonna see him again, or
Probably not.
Ah,
we were just
Jerric.
like, ooh, yep.
he's so thick.
Well,
Oh,
the thing is, if I
Oh, yeah.
become a dragon, I gain 6 health levels. So it's the only chance that I have at surviving.
that's not
right
the
now.
only chance you have.
It's my
what is
best
it?
chance.
4 points.
Because
glamour.
Hergo's only action so far
How much
fucked
glamour
up my
do you
dragon.
have?
My plan.
Come on!
What?
How much glamour do you have?
I have 7 glamour, but I only
Okay.
have 2 willpower left. So I have
Yeah.
to be careful what I use that on.
Yeah.
Kung Fu
Because
Fenris also has a good get out of jail free card to a certain extent.
Unleash.
for 4, that would still leave you 3 glamour.
Yeah, which I need to spend on my
Good stuff.
fires.
I just could not.
Yeah, 1. That would still leave you
Yeah.
2
Sorry,
more.
John.
True that.
So you'd have the health, and you'd be able to do 3 things
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you need the weird?
Because I can't damage him. I'm a chimerical dragon.
All right.
You invoked the weird when you blew up those other vampires?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was awesome.
Baller.
So
Maybe try to.
Kyoko is wringing her ears out and drinking
I wish I had
whatever
how I-
drink she has and eating whatever you made her.
Plates of sweets, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if he likes that, but
No, I had to get something out of my teeth.
No, he
it was
swapped out with his
Drive me nuts.
Evil twin.
John
wait,
is
wouldn't the first one have been
John
the evil
is
twin?
definitely the evil twin.
Oh, for sure.
But Nodge.
Wait, who's Nodge?
Your other twin.
I'm John.
My other twin?
Nodge.
Anti-John.
Like your name backwards.
I have a twin.
Yes.
Yes, another twin.
Yeah.
That would make it a triplet.
No.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
John and Nodge. Thank you, everyone. Morgana gets it.
Yeah, it's just hiding behind the green screen. Anyway.
I have a twin sister, yes.
That's correct. I turn to Kyoko and kind of relay what just happened very briefly. Do you think it's worth trying to get a hold of Kaylee, perhaps? I don't want to fret overly.
Well, wouldn't he have contacted Kaylee? I mean, aren't they, pack things?
Mates. Yes.
Ew.
No. Why you?
She's too good for him.
I think you're thinking of Charles.
Oh.
I suppose you're right. Still, I just want to make sure everything is...
I am Anj,
Oh, shit!
the malformed.
Oh my god, it's a Diablo boss!
But you're not a woman.
I don't have... I guess I'm going to try to get a hold of Kaylee.
How would you do that?
I don't have her number, I assume.
She
because
does not
have
carry a
right?
phone.
Yeah.
She's a wolf.
Yes, we can yet.
Oh.
Kaylee. I don't know Layla's.
Fujitsu, I need a howl in chat.
Layla. Oh. Yeah, we need your little emote.
I'm gonna call Passabakanyat back.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, there we are. Oh.
Oh, such a cute emote. Look, I just want you to know that if you felt the need to call me, then something might be wrong. I want you to tell me what you're feeling.
The last time I felt like this, it was during the solar eclipse last year. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
That was last year, right?
I think so.
Or was that 2 years ago?
Whatever.
Fuck.
The last
Looking in
solar-
buckets of water. I remember this. Maybe that was 2 years ago. That was a special event. Of course, yes. It isn't an eclipse now. Is it an event of astrological significance?
I don't know. It's stupid.
Is it?
No. No, maybe it's not. I'll call Sophia.
Okay.
Sophia, she knows about these sorts of things, right?
What sorts of things?
Well, I don't know. She hangs out with Kaylee a lot, and
Can if you're feeling like there might be some sort of something off, is there anyone you can consult, or perhaps we should meet?
I don't know. Normally I'd be able to consult, but I just thought maybe I should call you.
Are you still at Heart's Light?
Yeah. Do you know, I wanted to hate Sir Zeron, and I can't.
I know, he is charming, isn't he?
What a guy.
Very charismatic. What?
I guess I can ask him. I don't know. No, it's gonna seem like I'm. You know who's good at crazy? Patches is good at crazy, and click. Patches, your phone rings.
Boop.
So,
Hey, this is gonna sound weird, but I don't feel good. Hello,
Look down at
mortal.
your feet. Are they turning into ash?
Look at my what?
Your feet. Are they turning into ash?
No.
Okay, you haven't been snapped. Okay, go on.
Well, that's a reference.
Yeah, it is.
I get the feeling like things aren't right. I don't feel so good, Miss Chambers.
Yeah, there seems to be some worm activity, but it seems like a delicate situation. We didn't want to let you folks know because we didn't want you to call in the cavalry because we understand that your mission is to
fucking rip.
beat them up, and we are worried that if you come in and beat them all up, that it's just going to cause an all-out war, and all-out war is dangerous. So that's probably why you don't feel so good.
What's going on?
Fucking rip. I'm so excited.
I'm not sure I'm on my way to investigate. I will keep you posted, and I promise that if there is any hint of a need,
Patches, what's going on?
I will call you. I promise.
You need to tell me where you're going.
Boop.
Half the uniform.
How close am I to my destination?
Sophia.
Yes. How
put your
close
foot
am I
down
to my
slightly.
destination?
14.
$17. You're declare first. Your phone rings.
Well, fine.
I'm not fucking answering my phone.
I
I
have to imagine you probably wouldn't.
I'm not answering my phone. I have a question. If
Yes.
I become the dragon with added health levels,
Those health levels are chimerical only.
okay,
That's good.
Unless you, of course, invoke the weird.
You really hard with all those.
fuck.
Do you want to make sure that you let them know what is involved in this? They may not remember what
I
your
only want to
dragon
tell them
is.
if I'm able to, if
Oh,
I
okay.
successfully do
All right,
it.
that's
Otherwise,
fair.
it's just teasing them.
That's fair. I
It's
know
really
what it's
good,
like.
guys.
I
so
know what
keep
it's
your
like to
fingers
tease.
crossed.
So there's a way to spend a glamour to ignore health damage, John. Does it last an action or a turn?
Sorry, say that again.
Spend willpower to ignore wound penalty.
One turn.
One turn. Okay.
Okay, so what if I were to invoke the weird, attempt again, spend a willpower to ignore my wound penalties,
Same difficulty.
and I can, okay. Well, I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah, you want to ignore the wound penalty.
You did spend what you needed to spend before you tried to invoke the weird, right?
Yeah, I did.
So then you'll have to spend it again.
I know.
So yeah.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
Because
I
that
know.
would be all of your.
Yes, I know.
Will you have enough to then do what you want to do?
Yeah, because that doesn't involve willpower. I have plenty of glamour.
Oh, okay. All right. Because you could always just like destroy some of the paintings in the building. This place is
That Whistler's mother.
this place is filled with drugs.
Yeah, that'll give you glamour, but it won't give you willpower.
That man with apple face.
Let's
So
do
you're going to
this.
attempt to invoke the weird?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He is Sophia. You did meet my gaze for a second
That
there.
was Liz. That wasn't Sophia. She's focusing. She's better than
Roll
I
me
am.
one die.
It's a 4.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
All right, here's what's going to happen. He's going to attempt to straight up punch you as hard as he can.
Okay.
Bonfires are like
Are you going to try to dodge this?
Ronnie, right? They weren't.
It's 3 successes.
Well, you're getting socked.
Punched. Oh no!
You got to roll your stamina.
Yep.
Okay. Successes? 0 successes. Take
Oh my god, no.
1 bashing damage,
Yeah.
and now it's your turn. How many health levels do you have left?
I'm 1
She's crippled.
away from
You're crippled?
being capped. Okay, but I'm ignoring my wound penalty.
It's true, you are.
So, I hope this works.
Don't worry, Liz. I'll
Learn from
rescue
gaming,
you.
are you Parappa the Rappering this game?
Yes, Parappa the Rapper.
Okay, so. Alright, so my diff is 8, right? Because that's the area's finality.
That's correct.
Liz, we will bury your body somewhere really nice. Okay, don't worry.
Perfect. That's 2 successes. So, okay, cool. Oh yeah, and I have to spend my glamour. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. I've invoked the weird.
Round. Win this. Remember that you have a significant wound penalty.
Yeah, I do. No.
Oh,
15.
not a combat character, folks. This is
6.
not a combat character. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Sophia. Surrender. As he just lifts his hand towards you, he's going to attempt to slam you against the wall unless you meet his eyes. If you meet his eyes, he's going to try to do something different.
Okay, I'm gonna meet his eyes.
Surrender. Roll willpower. It's still affected by wound penalties. Okay.
No, it's a 5.
You find yourself unwilling to resist as he walks up, grabs you by the shoulder and pulls you up, 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 until he has you hanging off the floor. You can feel his hands digging into your shoulder, and then he just drops to let you stand. But you're woozy from a lack of blood. Patches. You are now outside the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts, and there's nowhere to park.
I don't give a
Fuck the police!
Reach up, smash the Chihuly.
There's like a little roundabout in front of the church that's right next to it, so I'm gonna park in that.
Sure.
It's not really legal, but it's slightly less
That's
legal.
where we're supposed to park. You damn kids!
And as I beetle my way over to the front doors of the museum, I would like to invoke the weird.
Before you get to the front door of the museum?
I'm walking. I'm trying to do it once
The
my
museum's
back.
closed. It's late at night.
There's no one like standing guard at
Oh,
the
yeah,
door.
there's someone standing
Yeah,
outside.
that's exactly it. But I basically want to have my back to like the main street.
Weirdness. I'm saving up for
So,
more
like-
stamina at this rate.
No.
So, no more.
Cool. So I'm gonna whip.
Fuck you,
roll
Scott.
glamour.
Fuck you.
Roll glamour.
Several times, I'm sorry.
You have died several times.
What is the banality out here?
Outside the building? 6.
Cool.
I mean, that is
One.
XP.
One success to invoke the weird, which I think is
sorry.
I think it's
enough.
a pass-fail.
It's a pass-fail.
Okay, great. The weird is invoked.
Okay.
Looks
Patches
terrifying.
shrinks a little bit and gets Joker makeup.
Yep. So
Happy birthday, weirdness. We've invoked him twice.
and then I'm going to dream logic the guard, the person at the door, and say, I'm on the guest list.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Please do
Credits.
Do you
Yeah,
do
I
the fucking...
fucking do. Of course I do. It's like small, but come on,
Your
I'm not that
difficulty
generous.
is 7.
So that is
Pretty cool.
I know.
actor.
You don't
Faye?
want to sell me death sticks.
Actor.
You
Faye.
want to go home and rethink
What
it.
are they?
Sorry?
Actor. Faye.
Actor.
Actor and actor.
Is a stranger. So is actor 4.
Actually, it's 5.
5. Oh, sorry.
Enemy is actually easier than a stranger, so I'm
Yep.
gonna.
So I'm gonna get to know him. I hate
costs
him.
a glamour to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Now you've invoked the weird, so your base glamour costs are now
Is 0.
nothing, but you still
Yeah,
have to spend
okay,
glamour.
So I do that,
Okay.
and it's difficulty. What did you say for him for this?
For him,
Yeah.
it's difficulty 7 total.
I
Yeah, you
succeed.
win.
It lasts long enough. Great. I'm in.
Yeah, sure. Hey, go on in.
and-
Look, they're one floor down. You're just gonna have
There's
to
a
turn
really
right at the
beautiful
restrooms.
woman. She has these amazing eyes.
Oh
Do
yeah,
you know where she is?
she's in the party.
Cool. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, weirdo. It's not a costume party.
I'm on the guest list. Don't you worry. And I'm gonna head on in and try to. I'm trying to figure out where to find Sophia. I'm gonna try to get a sight of anyone that seems. I'm no good at socials.
You can roll perception etiquette.
Trying to see who seems important, who
Could.
we know. I could Quicksilver. I'm just gonna Quicksilver myself. So that
Just
I can
hold up, hold up.
Yeah.
There are rounds to deal with here.
Yeah, okay.
You've gotten yourself in.
Yeah.
Braum.
Hi.
Hi.
I think I'm just like, I'm still sitting on the bed being like, strange. Kyoko, I think I should go over to Heart's Light. Something's
No.
not right.
I understand. Do you want me to come with you, or should I stay here?
Do you mind
Do I mind what?
coming with me?
I just did, but I don't mind again.
We can hold hands if you like. I have very large hands.
I don't need to be touched right now. I just want to get there.
Okie dokie.
All you need is fuck. All you need is fuck.
So we're gonna.
Fuck is all you need. Permanent.
Whoa!
There's nothing that can be thrust that isn't thrust. Permanent.
So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go out and just go and check. We're gonna walk over to Heart's Light, I guess. Keep our phones on us. See if Passapequeño is doing okay, or he was still with his. He was supposed
Now
to be
your
there with
phone
his
rings.
pack, right? Oh, okay. Hello.
Where is Patches?
I don't know. What do you mean?
She's headed somewhere, and apparently something's going down, and she doesn't want to tell me where it is, but I need to know. Where is she? Where is she going?
I'm gonna find out for you, and I'm gonna call you back.
Thank you.
Try to stay calm, if you can.
That's not a good thing to say to one of us.
Okay.
And he hangs
I'm
up.
sorry. God damn it. I will text Patches. She seems down with the. Oh yeah, she's busy.
Down with the sickness?
Yeah, she seems down with the
Okay.
sickness. I'll
Okay.
text Passage. Where
Braum is-
are you?
Does it-
Question mark.
Sophia decided to party with some vampires. I'm checking it out. Don't tell the werewolves, they'll start a war at Museum of Fine Arts.
I literally just show it to Kyoko and go, fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We have to go.
Get your running shoes on. By which I just mean let's hurry.
Cool.
I start to hustle over to the Museum of Fine Arts, which isn't too far.
No, from where you are?
So to
No.
speak. So we're gonna hustle those blocks.
Just gonna run? All right.
I don't have a car.
We sprint. Patches. You're now surrounded by werewolves
Vampires.
who all turn to look at you.
Oh,
I would like to. I think Trick of the Light would be the better one than Metamorphosis. So I think I'm going to Trick of the Light to make myself seem like a beautiful she rather than a knocker.
It's gonna need more of a cantrip to do that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Fine.
Well, are you trying? Here's the thing: are you trying to make yourself look like Sophia, or are you trying to make yourself look like a she?
I'm just trying to.
Because you can't use Trick of the Light to make yourself look like Sophia. You can change
No.
one thing about yourself.
No, that's Metamorphosis. Trick of the Light. Changes or alter thing because it's
Here,
the
hold on.
Metamorphosis one
I'm
that lets
checking.
you change one aspect, which is
sparrows and dirt.
This is chicanery
Sparrows
that you're
and
trying to
Nightingale.
use, right?
Yeah,
Chicanery.
yeah, because that's Sparrows and Nightingales, and I don't think that.
Trick of the Light.
Because I could use something more.
It doesn't hold up to prolonged scrutiny.
Yeah. I guess I could also just make myself look like a vampire.
So you muddle perceptions. You could make yourself look like you might be Sophia, but after a round, they're going to realize you're not.
No, I'm gonna Veiled Eyes instead.
I just had to get some out of my teeth.
Yeah,
not
I'm
a
gonna
better
Veiled
excuse.
Eyes.
So does Jarek, am I right?
Hey!
Gross.
Hey!
She's gonna die. Oh, it's been so long since I've had that.
Okay, Veiled Eyes.
Failed eyes.
So basically, they're just gonna ignore me, hopefully. That is a extra dot of nightmare. That's a success and a success.
Well, those ones cancel out successes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You have
So-
two successes as I read it
Yeah.
on there, which is enough for a scene.
So let's add that nightmare. Okay. So I have done.
Oh,
that.
sorry, 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, that's plenty.
Sorry, I was looking at Veiled Mind.
I basically plan to cut into towards like an elevator. I'm trying to make my way to an elevator or a staircase because I can see that she's not here.
Okay. The Toreador, formerly transfixed,
Yeah.
is going to see if he can see through your...
Perception and whatever their equivalent of kenning is, diff 8.
They possess some sort of form of supernatural senses or mystic insight. It's not necessarily perception kenning.
Oh yeah.
He has
Other
auspex.
supernatural creatures.
Oh, that's a thing.
Whoa, okay, never mind. He's okay. He didn't see shit.
Like, wow, this person has a completely boring aura, not worth my time. Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Take one brain.
It's my favorite.
Stim act off his mind.
Used to act at least twice today. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. You managed to make it through the party. The music kind of sucks because it's being tinned. It feels like death. You know, all those fancy things that I was telling Liz earlier.
Yeah.
All of that applies to you too now.
Great.
Okay, you are also now in an area of high banality. You managed to make it to another staircase/elevator. You're about as fast as Kyoko is. What you make up for in pure strength and speed, she makes up for by being able to dipsy doodle her way around other areas.
Horrible.
I mean, you're kind of big.
Yeah.
But
I'm more of a juggernaut, comma, biatch, exclamation point.
what colors are Aura? DMV. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, fried chicken? Yeah, that does sound good. What are you doing?
I'm going to create an effigy of Sophia. And I'm going to have her walk up to the closest person that possibly also seems responsible for guarding an elevator or a staircase.
There's no one guarding the elevators or staircases here.
Closest person that doesn't seem to be like partying so much as waiting around.
And what do you want this effigy to do? It can only perform a single
Yes.
repetitive action.
I'm so sorry, I seem to have gotten lost. Do you remember the way to where I just went? And she's basically going to go around and ask that of everyone until she gets an answer. So it's walk to a person, ask it the same thing. Walk to a person, ask the same thing. And as the
I seem to have gotten lost.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll that.
7, 8,
I suggest you get more than one success.
and 5. She's a 5, so that would be 3. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will spend a willpower.
Because if you get one success, it'll last for one turn, and you might not get the answers. You're fine.
Yeah.
This is going to last for
A long time.
an hour, at least.
You just
keep
can
asking
keep
people.
interrupting
I
people
seem to have
forever.
gotten lost. I'm sorry. I seem to have gotten lost.
Are you feeling alright?
Oh, you should be downstairs getting fucked up right now. I don't know what's going on.
Shock yeah,
so-
buddy. Go back here.
Okay.
Thank you, weirdness. Good point.
Can we roll 10s
Ooh.
under the weird?
Cool. No. But that's yeah, it's true. I can also spend a glamour to re-roll, but I'm out of glamour. That's okay. There's lots of art around. This isn't art.
I don't take
Glamour.
betrayal kindly. I really don't appreciate what you managed to make me do here. He just pulls you close so that his face is in front of yours, and he is the alpha of everything in your mind. Now, I'm going to take everything you know about Veritas right here, and you're going to tell me everything I need. Start talking.
I would just.
Okay, and
I provide the information.
as you start to talk,
Tell him.
Hergo comes up behind you, and then you just hear close to your ear, there was a time that I dreamed of being able to find death, of getting a warrior's end. Is that what you're looking for here? A quiet exit? Or do you want to go out like the dragon I know you are? I can't do this for you, but I will stand here with you, and I'll do anything I can to try to snap you out of this. I loved you. I loved you as much as anyone could love anyone when you were there, fighting for someone else, fighting for someone else's love. And I knew that you were perhaps the greatest of all of us and the most dangerous. You're better than this. You're better than him. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for the greatest warrior that ever lived. Regain 1 willpower.
Woo!
Could you repeat the phrase that you were given earlier?
I'm sorry. I seem to have gotten lost.
You're not with Veritas?
I'm sorry. I seem to have gotten lost.
So You see one vampire. If a vampire could flop sweat, this vampire would be flop sweating, but they can't because they're vampires.
Makes sense.
You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't. You really shouldn't be here.
I'm sorry. I seem to have gotten lost.
I know that, sweetheart. And he starts looking around.
Call me sweetheart. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. I seem to have gotten lost. Oh, dear.
Why aren't you downstairs?
I'm sorry. I seem to have gotten lost.
What are you doing? Are you going to wait, or are you going to see if you can get more information, or are you going to try to head downstairs?
I'm gonna head downstairs, and I'm gonna leave here to be a distraction, hopefully.
Why are you acting like this?
I'm sorry. I seem to have gotten lost.
Veritas's thing got broken. That means we're all screwed. The party starts to take on a slight air of, oh, you're not even there.
Yep. Sorry.
Goodbye.
I am interested, but I'm also interested in saving my friend.
Once it becomes clear that you don't actually know that much about Veritas, round. You don't have to roll initiative, but you do have to tell me what you're going to do.
So, am I still under the effects of the surrender order?
He has Dominate 6.
So,
He can hold you until basically until he decides that he doesn't want to hold you anymore. Unless you can resist it.
So before I do any other action, I have to.
You'll
try
have to
resist it,
break this
right?
because his last command to you was surrender.
Okay. So how would I try to resist it?
Spend a point of willpower. Roll willpower.
With the wound penalty,
How much willpower do you have left?
I have the one that Hergo just gave me, so it's not enough. So I'm not gonna.
You can spend a point of willpower to allow yourself the reroll. You just have to get one success.
But with the wound penalty, I'm rolling one die.
Then I would suggest that you roll well.
I might be able to use this somewhere else. Oh my god. Okay.
But
Maybe
could
Hergo can give you a
wait,
magical speech again.
Could you use the willpower to ignore the wound penalty?
Like it has to be
Yeah,
spent
but
to
I
allow.
can't do anything while
She
I'm
has to
still
spend
under
a point of
effects
willpower to
surrender.
resist the.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
dominate.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Sophia has invoked the weird.
Yeah. But that doesn't really help me for this.
Oh,
instance.
doesn't it allow you to spend a glamour to re-roll?
And one
Oh yeah, reroll one roll by spending one glamour.
Huh?
One roll.
I mean, it's not great.
Jesus Christ.
It's not.
Okay.
I mean, what else though?
Yeah.
Not even good.
What's my willpower diff for resisting sovereign?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Okay, no, I'm not spending my one willpower.
Could you surrender right into his nuts, like by punching him? I mean,
Yeah, like,
surrender
can I-
your fist into his nuts. Is that possible?
There's a door to an administrator's office whose doorknob is on the ground in front of you.
Oh.
I'm gonna port passage. Instead, I'm gonna try to use my knowledge of architecture, poo-poo, and figure out maybe from like a side way.
I'll point out that you're a knocker. You could swear at the door to fix it.
It's true, but I don't want to go through the door because I feel like that might be watched. So I want to come in through like the wall.
Yeah, you can.
Kind of odd.
So I'm gonna portal passage, and the realm is gonna be faced so that if Sophia's there, she can go through the door too.
But not anyone who isn't there. See how that works. It's pretty good. Pretty cool.
0 plus 0. So 1 success, which means
It's going to last a turn. I think.
Or is it just...
Or is it just door?
No, it's just, it creates 1 minute per success, so 1
Okay.
minute. Cool.
So the wall beside you just starts swirling open, and then Patches steps through. Patches, here's what you see. You see a relatively tall man dressed in a sari who is looking down directly at Sophia. Sophia's eyes are locked with his. She is telling as much as she can about some guy named Veritas. She looks pretty hurt, and she looks very pale, paler than she normally does. And then you see Hergo, who is frantically like whispering into her ear at the same time. The man in the sari is not paying any attention.
So, can he not see Hergo, even though the weird spin?
He's not enchanted. He can see you. He can't see Hergo.
Yeah, I think it's made your...
It's made you visible to everybody. It doesn't make the
Says
whole...
Chimera becomes solid and visible in the autumn world.
I think that's if you're a chimera. I don't think it's an
Hold on.
aura.
They may have changed these rules.
Okay.
What page is it? Does it say on your notes?
No.
Well, that's
Unfortunately.
fucking great.
We have
My cheat
pages
sheet.
for bunks and steps for casting and realms.
That's invoking the autumn. That's kind of the opposite of what we want to do. Okay.
Oh, it's personal chimera and wow.
Yeah, so Mab would be visible.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's what I thought it meant.
No, Mab's not with me.
Yeah, Mab
I left her
specifically was
home.
left her. She's currently getting fucking drunk off her ass.
Perfect. Thanks, peeps.
Thanks, guys.
Peeps isn't there either.
But if he was, he'd be able to get out of it.
Yeah, your voile and your chimera become solid and visible to unenchanted eyes. So, like, your sword would be able to cut him, but
Oh, a little fire in the mouth.
he does have fortitude. I will point out also that no one entered the room to try to help you.
Yeah.
So, Veritas has either lied to you or something has gone wrong.
Why not both?
So yeah, that's what you see. You see Hergo, then he looks up and over. Oh, shit. And
They'll let me know when where, by how.
so Jarek does not break eye contact. But then he just reaches forward and closes his hands around Sophia's neck and says, "Try anything." And she's gone. Braum,
Uh-huh.
you are now outside the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts.
All right. I don't like my luck trying to get in some window somewhere.
Kyoko walks up to the guard and she just sort of like, she's sweaty and she's like, and she just walks up and says, "Hey, and she faints directly into his arms. And he's like, "Oh, wait, what? Hey," and she just starts trembling a little bit. "Please, I'm so cold. Please." "Whoa, look, I don't know what to do with you." And he just starts kind of like, but she clings to him. Sorry,
Yeah.
smack the mic. Like, "Please, and she's just like, "Fucking get in the fucking."
Yeah. Do one of these. I love it. I am going to just try to inch by and get my way through behind him.
Roll me your wit stealth difficulty 5.
Okay, I'm good. Yes, 3 successes.
Okay, you successfully get inside. Patches.
Should I be rolling initiative?
Well, currently we're not in combat unless you decide you want to be.
I was thinking about drawing my rifle.
So you've just heard the threat. His hands are around Sophia's throat. He says, "If you do anything, I'll kill her."
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you do?
Anything? Sorry.
Is she not worth Martial alive?
Her use is now merely as a hostage.
What do you want from me?
Turn around and leave this place.
That doesn't really... That just lets you kill her in 5 seconds instead of right now.
Then I'll kill her now.
You're not really giving me any benefit.
Okay.
I'm going to draw my rifle and shoot Sophia.
And we're going to end the session there.
Okay, draw rifle, shoot Sophia.
Please write that down because I don't
Yeah.
understand why you're shooting. Oh God, I need to know later. Ah, we're gonna leave it. Oh, yep. Wow.
Took very good care to mention, to note how much of your various traits you have left.
Oh, they're all there. Oh, but weird and note, I should note.
Yes, weird is definitely invoked for both of you. How much glamour do you have left, Sophia?
I have 6.
I demand overtime.
So if Sophia gets around to act,
She could potentially
Turn this
lift it up
tide.
with glamour. It's true. Eh? Gotta
if she doesn't, well, her life is quite literally in Patches' hands.
Didn't really seem that way.
But we'll see.
It's tense stuff. Tense stuff.
I demand overtime. I mean, I would love to give you overtime. I also point out that we have doubled our viewership since the beginning of the session.
Yay!
Something happened. I don't know what. But
Hello!
Hello, everybody.
So Neon Deflector had a drink game condition. I'm just going to trust Neon Deflector at this point.
Oh, are we still at 2?
It was 5 by the end.
Unexpected. Shoot.
Unexpected.
Unexpected. What are you doing?
What's going on? Hey.
7. Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, well, the nods are not hiding, Neon Deflector. They can see what you just wrote.
Yeah.
Oh. Rip.
So, sorry. I'm so sorry, but no, the players can see the whole chat.
Yeah.
Well.
And it hasn't even...
Oh, God. Oh, here we go. There's your... Whoa, what's happening? I think these are some...
Neon Deflector did such a good job with the drink.
Yeah. What was the trigger?
It was mentioning concealment or concealed things.
Okay.
Is what I...
Yeah, John hiding behind the, like in his twin, and so that must have gone up.
What?
I think I caught the first Changeling session, then life happened. Well,
Yeah.
now you've caught the 93rd
Life.
Changeling
Yeah.
session.
That's...
Damn.
Wow. Unexpected. Well, welcome back, / glad you're here.
You know what? All of you get the drink counter. You'll get it because Neon Deflector tried really hard. So there you go.
Woohoo!
You get it anyway.
Hooray.
I'm sorry. No, mods are they can see everything. They can also see private messages sent to me currently.
Yeah. So
We'll see if
basically,
if that changes in the future. We'll let you know. But right now, they can see everything. They've seen everything.
the way the mods handle it is that they just keep it quiet and we have to guess, and they say nope.
Or they text me.
Ooh. Not text.
Well, they
don't have
Twitter
your phone
DM
number.
me.
Whoa, not that close. That's Liz phone.
Just scared the shit out of me, Liz.
Sorry.
I was like, who's in here? Y'all are hot. See, it's a private message just to you from where I'm from.
Eric, blowing up my phone. Okay, so
Looks like we got a Pottinger.
Haunted Studio.
Yep.
Yeah, very much so. I don't even know if we have a play the game. I'm going to have to...
I think that big
Weirdness.
long
No,
paragraph.
that was all
Neon.
the times that it was active.
That was all the times that the drink counter activated.
I assumed it was
Cool.
7 nominations for Play of the Game.
I
Which
did
I was
not.
like, hey,
I was
rock
just
on.
like, wow, those are big long sentences.
good.
You know what? I will give you the experience you would have gotten for a play of the game if you tell me what Pukajutsu's kith would be, in your opinion.
Oh.
Oh.
There's Rocky.
Oh, shit! Interruption junction. What's your function?
Interruption junction, what's your function, or something I don't know. And
wow.
Whittian,
Nice.
Welcome to the best house.
tell me what Pukajutsu's kith would be and why, and then I will give you the play of the game experience.
I'm thinking about it.
But first, what did you learn? Sophia. Or Liz.
I learned that what happened to Sophia is incredibly unfortunate. She's if she makes it through this, she's going to be pretty upset, but for different reasons.
Here we
But
go.
I think she behaved exactly the way.
Oh, that's a sub bomb.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you, Dio. So kind. Oh, los terror.
But I wouldn't have done anything differently.
See, I don't think you would have done anything differently either. I
think
mean,
she
some of it is
behaved
bad
exactly
dialogue.
like-
yeah, very much
but
so.
Some of it's bad dialogue, but I think that there's still something that you might be able to salvage out of all of this.
We'll see. I have to
hope
ask
so.
you, when it comes to vampire orders, how much are you expected to maybe interpret the commands? Is there wiggle room
Vampire
there?
orders are very much about the word of the command. So surrender basically means surrender, but he's got a lot of dominate. So it's more than just your typical, I might be able to weasel my way out of this puppy. But we'll talk afterwards.
Okay.
We'll definitely talk. You're not, I don't think you're completely hosed yet.
That's for the best.
Because if so, I'll just sleep next week.
Yeah.
Just sleep in.
Miss it
No,
out.
no, no.
Miss out next time.
Well, I mean, obviously we're not at that point. I would have told you otherwise, or I wouldn't linger along just to be like, okay, at the start of next session, and we're saying goodbye to Liz.
Bye.
Wait, what? Put on the funeral
Yeah.
music or whatever.
Lock up when you leave, guys.
Kate,
Invoking the weird is really useful. I should remember it more often.
it's true.
And gotta love saying fuck you to the wonderful werewolves that want to help us. Patches is bad at being good with politics.
Scott,
I learned what it's like to be on the receiving end of a I didn't tell you where we're going and now we're in trouble, which I've dropped a lot on these guys.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
So it sucks, and it's useful for all of us to stick together in the face of danger. Also, can I throw out a Pukajutsu?
yeah.
From Changeling the Dreaming, I'm gonna go with a satyr, and I'm gonna tell you why.
You're allowed to pick the same one. It's fine.
Because I find when I'm able to tune into Pook's stream that very much able to
See
just
his goat legs.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Rouse passions and feelings in the chat, and that's where I'm going to go with it.
All right. I'm going to tell each of you something that I want you to keep in mind. Braum.
Yes.
Braum, I think that you are the spoiler in this one. I think that there's a very strong possibility that Patches may have bought some time. But there's not just one vampire present here. Patches. I think that there's a reason why they have negotiators and they have snipers. They're not often the same person.
Sorry. Rarely, yeah.
Sophia, I think it was wise of you not to spend that willpower. Because if you had failed, well, I mean, we'll see
You'd be
next
out,
week,
yeah.
right?
I'm going to go with she.
Which kind of she?
I don't know. I haven't read the gifts
I would- Autumn.
recently. Autumn. Just super good at the socials and the friendlies and the making you feel welcome.
The socials. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Right in
Yeah.
front of my face. Do it again.
And the entertaining and the arts. Like as much as satyrs are good at that, I'd also say she is a good bet on that.
Satyr for the exact reason that Scott
Granted, every Pook stream feels like a bacchanal.
Whoa!
Especially when
I saw those dick
Whack.
dandies.
So my answer on Twitter for this question was that if he wasn't a puka, he'd be a satyr. But I think he's a puka.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I think it's very possible that in conversation with him, you just can't help
spilled beans.
but
Spill your beans. Very true.
Open up,
Very
it's
true.
true.
I like that.
It is true.
So we don't have mods today, but you managed to get the drink counter and you managed to get play of the game.
Hey. Oh.
So they better come back so that I stop being so fucking generous.
Seriously.
But I'm assuming we can't spend.
No, I'm
Fuck no, you can't spend your experience mid-combat.
Pyrex 1.
You know what? You can spend your experience as long as it doesn't affect the scene that you're currently in.
Yeah, like you can spend it and not
You can
use
spend it and then you'll be able to have access to it after you've slept.
Oh, gotcha.
So it depends on whether or not you want to avoid the wrath of Aragorn.
The wrath.
Puka.
Clap.
The NPC that I have played the most over the years is a fox puka.
It's true.
Bother. Not that one.
A fox puka whose middle name, for which he got relentlessly teased, was Zeron.
Oh shit. Also, X.
Foxy.
Oh, yeah.
Zeron. Puka.
He got teased about it, or rather I got teased about giving him that name, but it was because his parents were she.
And who's laughing now?
Oh, his voice was the opposite of Zeron's.
Oh.
I don't even think I can do his voice anymore. I mean, it was really up here.
Oh.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, his voice was like that. Like kind of a gravelly, like falsetto kind of deal. Oh, jeez. Man, it's been a long time.
Yeah, if that's one of your longest running NPCs, man, that's a lot.
Longest running, yeah.
No.
If there was someone like that we had to interact with on a regular basis in this game, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was
I
just
don't know.
Mickey Mouse. Full stop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Wake me up inside. Folks, we're going to be back.
Yeah.
We're going to be back
Let's
fucking next week.
Next week.
Same Changeling time, same Changeling channel.
But there might be some things that happen in the interim. I have to ask, because I've missed it so. Where's Punchy?
Punchy's coming back on Friday, but it's a very special stream. This one is in loving memory of Mr. Badneck. Of course. So we're gonna spend 2 hours playing Jackbox games, reminiscing, sharing artwork and photos and stories and videos and all sorts of good stuff. Raise many glasses.
Many glasses.
Many glasses.
I will be there with the glasses.
Are there any other streams that we can look forward to in the coming week?
I'm not free on Saturday.
Oh no. I intend to stream more Chrono Trigger at some point during the week, schedule allowing. And maybe there will also be some gaming on Saturday, not on Liz's channel. So we shall see.
And the school year's starting. Like, I'm back at my work. And while I don't know about regular streaming schedules, I want to get back into it because Method Mondays were my life, like so much fun. And so stay tuned to Twitter, guys, because I might jump on Twitch and do something fun as a special event rather than a regular occurrence in the near future. And I will ask Kate how to make overlays.
Absolutely.
I as well may also be streaming. I have recently been playing a bit more League and playing with friends, which is nice. But I've also recently gotten into Slay the Spire, which has been a pretty solid. So we'll see. I imagine that I might get a chance to stream at least once this week. So you're just going to have to keep an eye on Twitter. I know that we're sort of discombobulated because our schedules we've just got back from vacation. We're trying to figure shit out. But when we get that shit figured out, you will be able to tell. It's on Twitter. You'll be able to see the Twitter below. If you ever want to see any of the synopses for this show, if you want to read the beautiful things that Scott writes, you can go to rpgclinic.com and it'll all be there. And if you have any art, please upload it to our fan content. It's the best place to go because then at least we know that it's there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
upload
true.
it and tweet it. Do both things.
Yeah, we
This
love
might be the last time you see Sophia ever.
Commemorate her,
Yeah,
goddammit.
draw her in that damn gown. What was it? White
Yeah, white
sequin?
sequin.
Yeah, white sequin.
Slay the Spire is phenomenal, and I might just use the mod that makes me play as Sailor Moon. So,
Oh,
you know,
my gosh.
yeah, I just might do that. Guys, if there's one thing that I'd like you to do, your subscriptions, your donations have really helped us, and we're still improving the stream as we can as we go along. Still, even now, what I really want you to do is I want you to make a friend of mine very angry. Because I know he hates this. I want you to go and sub to Pukajutsu's channel.
And
I want you to do that because...
offline bits.
Yeah, or
Use
offline
bits
bits.
when he's not streaming.
I want you to do that because not only are you going to get access to some of the best emotes on Twitch, bar none, PKJ Blank is worth the price alone. No. I want you to do that. I want you to do that because even if he can't stream right now, I want you to make sure that he knows that we're all there rooting for him and caring for him. Until then, no thanks to our mods. Well, thanks to our mods because they're here all the time and they're great. We love them. So thank you, Shinosu 10,000 Things and Entropy's Disciple. Thanks to you.
Thank you.
And you.
Always, guys, now more than ever. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna die. Maybe not. Hopefully not. I'm
Yeah,
gonna shoot
hopefully
you.
not. Definitely
That'll
not.
somehow save you.